Good evening, travelers and adventurers, and welcome to tonight's session of Roll for Your Lives. Hello, everyone.
Roll for your lives.
Whoa.
Looks like somebody's filling out the bingo card already.
What are you talking about? Everyone's on the right thing.
Oh,
Hi, Ash.
are they? Hi, Ash.
What do you mean? Also, hi, Fables.
Look at La Creatura.
I have to use this because my hips aren't allowed anymore. This is the only one that works now.
Nobody's just getting grabbed.
I will say, those tips do not lie.
Listen, I was gonna use my scrungly for tonight, but quite literally I plugged my webcam in, got everything set up, and then my webcam died.
Our hips don't
Oh,
comply with Twitch's.
don't lie. Like plywood?
No,
Or
comply.
pliable?
Pliable?
What's pliable mean?
Or like the
pliables.
restaurant pliables.
Yeah. Can we get pliables?
This stream is brought to you by Pliables.
No,
Oh,
it's quite the opposite.
okay. This stream is brought to you by quite the opposite, aka McDonald's.
That is quite the opposite.
This stream brought to you by, like, I don't know, something not pliable. Wrought iron.
By
Brought to you
Oh, that's
by
not very pliable.
non-playa... What's the opposite of a bowl?
They actually
Not
paid us
plate.
to
plate, maybe.
They
Non-playa
actually paid
plate?
us not to do the stream tonight, but we decided to anyway.
They paid us to shut up tonight
They didn't pay me enough.
They purchased our silence.
for about 5
Unfortunately,
minutes.
we didn't really have the capacity for it.
We are incapable of shutting up.
Temporary reactive lovelies until I get my new one in place that does not have exposed hips.
Now she is untrustworthy.
Harlot.
For real.
Twitch saw me and went, "You whore!"
That hand is Twitch.
The hand
That
is
hand
Twitch.
is an embodiment of Twitch.
Being strangled right now.
Just like hiding
just
the
opened-
entire body.
I just opened Pokey 2, and Winter, that was really funny.
It's going down.
It's going down.
I'm yelling timber.
Not
I
allowed to
hate
scream that.
Timber. Timber is such a terrible Pokemon.
I'll stop.
We are going
Beautiful.
into the temple.
Nobody wants that.
I'm assuming
You
timber.
guys are going down into the temple.
Maybe, actually, I think Zach does.
And honestly, a temple is a perfect final
You
resting
want
place.
that
for this party.
Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Timber.
Nina, are you looking for a final resting place?
No.
I'm
No.
looking to go to bed. Good night.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Good
how about
night, we'll
instead
see
of
you later.
going to bed, how about we do some of these saving throws from paper we have still?
Oh,
I
let's
forget.
rather go to bed.
That's too damn bad!
I'm
We're doing our best to
Yeah.
continue the saving throw creep show, though we've been stifled.
We're doing it
scared.
for you, paper.
Just
For
kidding.
you.
This is for
I
you,
will- I will-
paper!
I will try to be brave.
So for the first one we have up next is a 6, which is roll a d20. And y'all know what happens on the d20, right?
Nope.
No.
9. Take 9 divided by 2 and sit for that many seconds.
Round up 5 seconds.
Get to sipping.
4 seconds.
Being grandfathered in.
I only have liquor down here with me right now, so I'm just gonna take a big gulp.
To say, well, that I don't recommend you just take chugs of that, so...
Check this out.
But I
Take a
do.
swig of your grandfather's gin.
And then pour a little water in there so he doesn't know that you took it from the bottle.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's right. Bottle.
Watered
It's
down,
all
you son of
water.
a
It's
bitch.
just all water.
Yeah, that's the issue. Freaking fucking water over it.
Alright, and then for the next 2 that are coming up, because we're gonna do 3, both are 4s. Which means I choose who takes a potion.
Oh.
Oh.
This is mildly unfortunate.
Oh,
Well,
my.
Andy, you're safe for now, because, you're still feeling the effects of last night, I feel. So let's play it up a little bit. We're gonna do...
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game.
Have to play the game.
Let's do Humi and Cliff.
All right. You just opened up a
alright.
can of... I'm not sure yet.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
being
find out
bullied for
together.
one.
Oh,
take
You
a big gulp
opened
of
up an
this.
unlabeled can. Congratulations.
before I forget to tell the lovelies, I added a couple new points redeems to try to make up for the fact potions are gone. We'll add more eventually, but I have 2 additional
What
ones
do
for
they
now.
do? What does this do?
It plays the bonk sound.
Bonk.
It went
All
ding.
right. To
That's
opening
it?
up
Oh, dude.
unlabeled bottles
anytime-
in a club.
Anytime
the
someone
thing.
crits, you have to play the bonk sound.
There's the anime wow.
Wow.
Wow! So we have bonk and wow. Bonk is especially relevant for this channel because some of y'all need to be bonked sometimes for the shit you say.
Dude, that's fucked up, man. You can't say that to us.
Okay, okay. I admit only on occasion is it bad, but it's funny too. So
You know what that gets you, Humi? Just like
What?
that.
ah,
Thank you, Aztec, for the bonk.
not
Oh, he
the
says I
bunk.
bonk flocks.
Oh, hey, I'd say.
No.
Oh my god, I'm close to getting us another viewer inspiration, but I'm
I'll
not
never
there
do
yet.
I would have had it, but then I
Yay.
redeemed these new things.
Had it, but he didn't have it. Well, it sounds
New
like you gotta
things.
start saving.
I'm at
Welcome,
9.5.
Aztec.
K.
Like 2,500
Hi.
away.
Hello, cat.
So given the state, not state, but I guess the time it took... Oh, here goes another bonk.
That's like we don't need bonks, we need viewer inspiration.
Bonk, Aztec's over here abusing the party. I bonk Aurora, but in a different way. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo!
That's funny as fuck.
Harassment in the workplace.
Hey, yo.
I like how you said her harassment.
Animal
I
abuse.
do,
It's 'cause I'm
I
a-
do
it's 'cause
think
I'm a rabbit.
a bonk is more important than viewer inspiration.
It's true.
It is, especially if you're gonna bonk like that.
Oh.
Hmm?
Considering how long it took you guys to get through a few rooms. Oh, here comes another bonk. During the one shot. I don't know how long it's going to take you guys to get through this temple, but we're going to find out
Spending all
tonight.
those bonks.
Several years. Winter, I hope you realize this is going to turn
Bonking
into
through the
a
whole
200
Pachi.
session.
This is gonna be
campaign.
Hey, yo.
like a dungeon. Like a
Yeah, it's like a
dungeon.
dungeon. Mina gets a bonk for being a good fairy.
Yay!
What? How does that work?
But the little fairy said, "Little buddy Aztec, I don't want to see you bonking all the Minas and smacking them on the head."
I don't recall him ever saying that.
But he said it.
When?
Just then. He said it like a while ago.
Is it in writing or was it?
Well, it was more like a verbal scolding. Another bonk. Aztec's
Oh.
going nuts with the bonks.
He's going bonkers.
Also,
I'm trying to
Derek,
go
thank you
somewhere
for the
with this
wow.
bit, but Nobody went anywhere.
Bonk the deer for fibbing? Okay.
Rip, rip.
The deer is fibbing?
I might have done a fib once or twice.
You just did.
Maybe even thrice.
I'm bonking.
Well, for
the
that I
fucking
thrust
deer.
thrice.
I'm sorry, what?
Fucker.
Whoa.
And there's the bonk. Hi,
Hey,
Quinto!
I'm sorry, we're just all
Well-
bonking like crazy, apparently.
You're just getting bonked.
It's bonkas in here.
Yes,
You're
yes,
never
yes.
gonna-
It's a
And
bonk
just
fest.
like that, an entire session went by with nothing but bonking.
Heyo.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm excited because this
That
time we have a
session is-
map.
Wow.
I love the wows. It's so funny.
It is good.
Wow.
Anytime we like enter a new area and you describe it, I'm going to play that.
Anytime something happens and it's a very unfortunate moment, I'm gonna play that.
Anytime a marginally hot NPC enters the scene that I can clearly tell everyone's going to harass you about, I'm going to play that.
I'm gonna play. Wow! Wow! That's how, what's her name? That's how Adeline feels when she sees, 127, who she does not know is now Cliff.
Is she alive? What?
I don't know, you never
what's
asked.
she up to?
I gotta tell you, Cliff has been the king of being oblivious to other people's affection because there was Adeline, and then there was also who was the freaking? There was someone in Balradin too, like an old lady. I feel like
There was someone, and then there was also Audrin, who hides it pretty well.
Audrin's not overt. He's got too much tact.
Audrin, of all people, has tact.
No, he doesn't have tact. No, he doesn't.
I've saved her drowning Derek in spicy water for the final fight with Strahd, so I had 2 viewer inspos and so many bonks. Yeah, now that the spicy water's gone, you get to spend it on other goofy shit. Shall we get into the inspiration and recap because y'all have much to do. So at the end of last session, you guys, the players, voted for who you thought should get a point of player inspiration, and you guys gave it to Humi.
Yes, we
Nice.
did.
Congrats, Humi. Humi? Oh.
One too many bonks.
Too many. He's dead.
Humi died.
I'm sorry. I got bonked out for a little. What's up?
You got player inspiration.
Oh shit!
Last session.
Hell yeah!
Remember,
And
we
then-
voted for you.
Hell yeah!
It's like I did
obviously
not
remember.
remember that.
I did not at all. That was a surprise to me, honestly.
Well,
Thank
there you
you.
go. Congrats.
Did you also forget that that you're probably going to be on the run from an archfey now?
I mean, that's like assumed. We don't know.
Well, speaking of Archfey and their dealings, you guys voted over in the Discord server who should get a point of community inspiration, and while votes were quite literally across the board, it was ultimately given to Alvara.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Hi,
thank
Paper.
you.
Nice.
Hi, Paper.
Paper's here. Paper.
Paper.
Oh,
Hello, Paper, and welcome.
What's going on?
And with that being said, let's jump into the
What's going
recap
on?
before you guys begin your delve. Oh,
Be nice to
Dove,
Audrey.
dove, 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 dove.
now Audra got shoved out.
The party arrived at the goblin encampment, receiving a mix of curious, lecherous, and hostile glances as they were led by Vrolk to the great Gark. There they introduced themselves as Gark turned his eyes toward Alvara, admiring her figure as she sought to move things along. They then met Pallius, who had been chained up as he greeted them by name. Alvara, turning on her natural charm and resisting a magical effort from Gark, convinced him to allow them to bring Pallius, or Pallius? What is
It's
it? How do you
Pallius.
pronounce it?
Elias.
Pallius, right, around, but he insisted it would be under his supervision. Humi then recognized Paper Wings adorning the Great Gark, revealing her identity as a changeling and member of the Witchlight Carnival. She managed to convince Gark to remain for a private show, as the rest of the party was led by Vrolk to the site of the purported event. Pallius then discussed events with the rest of the party, recalling the gods sending giants to fight over this land, particularly Merkel and Shantea. Merkel's servant, the spider, was already known, as Shantea is allegedly an orchid mantis, as Shantea's was allegedly an orchid mantis, but Pallius did not know where it was. When asked about if ending this cataclysm would cause them to perish, Pallius informed them that they were Merkel's chosen, that they simply had resisted the influence so far, but were meant to usher in a dark new world. A full death of the body seemed to result in the gift being revoked, but beyond that, everyone else's consumption by this dark force was simply a matter of time. Let me type that in. My apologies.
This is unacceptable. You get a bonk for that.
Okay, thank you.
my
I can't-
gosh.
I can't believe the Gark insisted
Yeah,
on
there's the-
accompanying us to the dungeon, but is not going in the dungeon.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to just.
Wanted to
Keep
take
an eye on
us
us.
for wuppies.
They continued onward as Pallius stated he was continuing to look for answers in this temple, but believed that he had come here looking for answers in the temple and believed there could be some lying within the ruins. Meanwhile, Humi conducted a performance for Gark, playing the violin, swinging among vines, and performing card tricks. Vrolk then went back to Gark, distracting him at the party's request so that Humi could sneak off to the temple and join the party. They then freed Pallius from his chains before they delved into the dungeon. Or temple, I guess. Whatever you want to call it.
Thank
And
you
that
so
was where we
much for
left
the
off, yeah.
recap. Well done. Well done. Also, hello, Krim, and thank you, Aztec, for the hydrate sippy.
Crim's here.
Not
Hello,
a single
Prim.
mention of how I changed that little goblin man's life by telling him he was worth something.
Zach didn't find that worthwhile.
Didn't make it in. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
It was just side convo.
I was considering stealing him.
Well, if you do that, I can tell you that. If you do that, that will make it in.
Hey, Krim.
My God.
Hi, Crimson.
Hello, hello, lovelies. So, just give me 1 second. I'm pulling up my documents.
Oh, your documents.
Oh, yes, the documents. When we last left our heroes, you all, through various means, tiptoed your way around the Great Garg.
The gay gar.
The gay.
Hey, yo!
Like, that's. I'm very confused now.
I know.
We
so
have to
many
tiptoe
things
around the
that
gay
make
guard.
Oh no.
sense.
You tiptoed your way around the meddlings of the Great Garg. And all, with Pelias in tow, headed into the entrance of the Temple of Shantea that had been long since abandoned within the earth. And with that, we are going to change boards.
I thought you were about to say we're going to
I
take a
don't
10-minute
be-
break.
I kind of
Take
want
a
it to be
10-minute
canon
break.
that Gark is gay now. But it can't be, because he's already, like, got the hots for Alvara. It's fine.
What do we
Could be
change it
covered.
to?
There is a new folder called Temple of Shantea. You will be going to Entrance Hall.
Makes
I mean,
sense.
he could be bi.
That's true. He could be.
Okay, now, how did
people
he
don't
react
exist.
when I shifted into him last time? Was he interested?
Wait, are you asking if he was interested in himself?
You
I
guys-
mean, yeah.
He does seem decently narcissistic.
Let me stew on that.
Still on that. This
That's-
is why are we
that's how
doing
you
this
spell
to this poor
Shantea?
NPC?
This
We're
is,
we're like give us like dirty lore about him and make him physically obsessed over himself.
make him fucking just disgusting and just look at himself in the mirror.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he does that Silence of the Lambs scene.
Would you fuck me? I
Would you fuck Gark? I would fuck Gark.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one person
Wait,
again.
you spelled
Goodbye,
Shantae.
Gark.
Me!
Lazarus, wait.
There you are.
I'm
Shantae is
blue.
spelled with a
James.
C.
Yes, Shantae is spelled with a C.
This whole time in my notes, I've been writing it as like S-E-A-N.
The whole
Are
time,
you
the whole
kidding?
time, the whole time. Yes,
I've been
it's
abbreviating it to
CH.
Sean. My
It's
buddy
a good thing I'm
Sean.
not in charge of writing those recaps, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well, you would've
however it
learned
helps
early-
you
would've
spell it,
learned
that's
very early
fine.
on.
Goodbye, God.
If it's easier for you to spell it that way, more power to you.
I'm sorry, what is the word that we're on again? I was laughing too hard.
The entrance hall. Within the
can't.
Temple of Shantae folder.
I can't with
Love that
fucking
there's-
Q Lazarus and Gark in the fucking mirror.
The mashup we've all been waiting for.
I
we
am
didn't know
fucking
it.
done
You
with
know
you.
Volk's holding that fucking mirror too. You know Volk's gotta hold it while he looks.
Oh god.
I'm gonna give chat the ability to redeem disadvantage for one.
No,
No.
no.
It's funny because I keep visualizing the Shantae, the half genie, and I'm waiting for the belly dancing skill check. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone remember
Yes was a
Shantae?
response to disadvantage. No.
Yes, it was. State your price, Winter.
No, don't do it.
Make the
Five.
redeem
And just
disadvantage.
remember that
And
you
my
will have to
life
deal
is
with it.
yours.
You will have to deal with it in
Kendrick.
Strahd. You know that, right?
I could always turn it off for Strahd.
That's not fair.
I will not play the game if you do that.
No.
I will go on
Wait.
strike. I will boycott.
I don't know. Aztec seems to
I
really
will,
want to disadvantage you guys.
parade around
What
your
if-
room with a
Aztec
sign.
even admitted how it like fucked up another channel.
What if we made it where it was silvery barbs cast on a random individual currently?
That's chaotic. It's always
Okay,
you and the
okay.
chaos, man.
I think we should do
Listen, chaos is
disadvantage. I think we should do the disadvantage, but at 20,000. So someone has to really invest in their
No,
hatred.
someone will wait, and I also think that's so
No.
fucking problematic, man. You
Is
can, like,
that
kill
where
a
the
character
DM
out of
does
a
it?
Stupid redeem.
Where the DM chooses it?
I would assume
No,
it's the
it-
same. Well,
it would- it
I
would-
don't know.
The donator
Bad
chooses
idea,
what
Winter,
the
no.
disadvantage
No,
is?
it's a horrible idea. No.
Whoa, Jesus.
It's a
See, all I
horrible.
have to do is threaten you guys with ruining your time, and then you'll actually pay attention.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
was
yeah.
paying
Oh,
attention.
Here comes the choir back here that was back at it again.
All we were doing was making jokes.
I
All
was
we were doing
silent.
is sowing the seeds of chaos.
Andy, that's all you do is sow the
Yeah.
seeds of chaos.
One more time.
I am agent of chaos.
This we know. So,
I almost started singing. Never mind.
one more song and you are all getting disadvantage.
No, please tell me it's not so. I'm just kidding. All right.
There it is.
is.
As you all descend, entering into the arced entranceway of the temple, that's a little crumbled and dilapidated at this point, the crumbling stone passage opens into a grand but dilapidated entrance hall. As you continue forward, you see ancient murals of Shantea nurturing crops and animals, adorning the walls, though they are chipped and faded. Vines creep through the cracks in the walls and the floor, pulsing faintly with strange force. At the far end of the hall stands a large stone door etched with the symbols of Shantea, overgrown with moss.
I want to study the
May
vines
I-
a little
Strange
closer.
force.
May I
Can I
roll a
investigate
perception
that?
check?
I'm sorry, like 3 people talked. What happened?
I was just saying pulsating with force. Could I investigate that? That's what I
Sure,
said.
roll either Arcana or Nature for that, for the vines.
Nature.
I said the same thing. I wanted to investigate that with Arcana.
Sure, Arcana or Nature.
May I roll a general perception check for this this entryway?
Absolutely.
How extensive are these vines?
They're creeping. It's like they look like they've been poking through the stone over time.
Say, Mina.
God damn,
You're-
Mina.
Mina, you're able to talk to plants, aren't you?
I can.
What do you think these vines would tell us about the nature of this place?
I'm not sure if they'll be able to. Usually when I talk with plants, their memories only last or go back about a day or so. If you let me meditate on it, I might be able to think of something else.
Ah,
Well, maybe we just enter and find out for ourselves.
so let's see here. With an 18, Aurora. Hi, Dread.
I did it for nature.
Hello, Dred.
So with an 18 Nature, you would notice that these vines are definitely being influenced by some form of magic. They are growing. It's not uncommon to see like plant life begin to take over old structures, but especially one that seems to be descending deep into the earth, and the way that they're just crawling out of the stonework almost from below. Something like a place like this should have been dried up and dead like a long time ago, but it is the grasp after all.
Yeah, these vines should be dried and shriveled up, but there's some force keeping them all weird like.
Mina, with your incredible perception check, you see, as you get towards the stone doors, in the center of the room, there is a circular mosaic.
Ooh.
Though the 4 pieces of the mosaic, the 4 slots, seem to be missing and scattered about the ground.
Am I able to identify the location of those on the ground and put those back?
You do see, I'll say the 32, and everyone working together here in this hallway. Eventually you do find 4 stone mosaic structures that seem to fit within these 4 slots. Aw, Dread, I'm glad you got to come say hi. I feel that being EP from work.
Thanks for poking your head in, Dred.
Yeah.
Good to see
Yeah,
ya.
thanks for stopping by.
Always enjoy it when you stop by.
And you'll see, Mina, that each of these 4 have different symbols on them.
Oh. Symbology. Am I able to identify the symbols, or would that require another check?
No, you can identify them, and everyone as if are you choosing to show these to everybody, or are you keeping them separate?
Of course. Yeah, I wouldn't withhold anything.
So everyone, you see, 4 tiles that one has, what looks to be a growing flower. One has etched in it a blazing sun. One has on it a fallen leaf. And one has on it a carved snowflake.
4 seasons.
Yeah, it's the 4 seasons.
Or
I
potentially
say
the
in my
court.
accent.
It could maybe be a reference to the seasonal courts as well.
Or
I can see that.
Vivali's the 4 seasons.
It could
Well-
also be the hotel chain.
How many slots are there? Like, how are the slots arranged?
In a circle. So there's like a
Going with-
north, south, east, west.
It could be a reference to the Four Seasons Landscaping Company.
It could very well be.
4 Seasons Hotel.
I'm gonna go to the one where it's the sun beating down, and I'm just going to use my tinderbox to strike a spark, see if it does anything.
Okay. You find the spark strikes against the stone and you see a flash for a moment, but otherwise it seems to just be stone.
Okay, it's not elements.
I think we just have to put them in, maybe in a specific pattern or something.
I presume so. But perhaps it's possible that these are not only seasons, but emblematic of cycles of life. Either way, we should be careful with how we approach this.
Does it seem like they might only fit in certain areas, or will they fit in like any of the areas on the mosaic?
Yeah,
Do
like,
you-
are they the same size?
Do you try to test it out to see if, like, they're interchangeable?
Not test out, but just like see visually if they would like fit into like all of the slots, or if it would just fit into one.
It seems like each would fit anywhere.
Interesting. That makes things more
Yes, we got a puzzle.
Is it really as easy though? Is like I feel like it's just spring, summer, fall, and winter, just like that. But it's like, what if it's not? What if it's backwards? What if it's something else? What if we're wrong? What if we're stupid?
All of those are possibilities.
Well, I guess we try and see what happens. Umi's going to put the... Okay, let's see. The start of the year. That's like fall. January's fall? Yeah.
January's
No,
still
January.
No?
January is winter.
Winter? Is it winter? Oh, interesting.
Winter is the start of
Huh.
the season or the year.
January. You thought January was fall, Gonzo?
Ah,
January's right after Christmas.
well, you do have me there, yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna put winter in the so it's in a circle, right?
Yep, there is a north, like I'm just explaining it like it's a compass to make it easier. There's a north, a south, an east, and a west.
So I'm gonna put winter in the west. I'm going
West. Wouldn't it go in the north?
Well, I mean
If the north
I would
is the
think that
top
it would
center.
go in the north. Yeah.
okay. I'll put winter in the north.
Anyone feel free to roll a history check also if you want to see if you can recall anything that might be helpful.
I
Okay.
will roll history. With
Mina can roll it.
Damn it.
20, flaccid.
Placid.
Are we all rolling, or
Placid.
just, like one person?
Flaccid 20.
I was gonna say whoever's the one attempting to solve it, but everyone rolled. So we'll
I
take it.
think we're all kind of hovering over it.
Mina. Hey, Max.
Mina's too young to remember history.
Well,
Mina, you don't quite really know how it works, at least in like the material plane. You spent most of your time in the Feywild.
Makes sense.
do we have any idea the consequences of putting these things in here wrong?
Nope.
Alvara with the flaccid. I will I will tell you something that you do remember. Specifically relating to summer. Your fieriest season.
Yep.
You recall, at the very least, that summer, also renowned for having various it has the summer solstice, fire festivals related. You know that during the summer solstice, the sun rises in the east.
I was wondering if
down,
we
write
would
that
have
down.
a thing of rising in the east. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so I do believe the sun should be on the eastern front, and perhaps winter being the setting or end of life or final season should be in the west as a counterpart.
Oh, so
And
it's the cycle of life.
it's just a guess I have.
That's a good guess.
Chuckles. Smirks, rather.
Okay.
Pushes
And
up
she'll
glasses
move.
with the shine.
I do believe I am the. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
Let me
So
offer my unique insight that the sun rises in the east.
yeah, exactly. I needed to roll a 20 to get that too.
She just goes, "Tch," and just pushes up glasses.
So I'll move the sun tile to the east and put the winter in the west, unless anyone objects.
Go for it.
Yeah, fuck it, I guess.
I'm not
I'm
really
going
sure.
to walk up to the entrance and then say, "Go for it."
I'm not really sure where these other two should go. I'm gonna
Well-
think a little harder, and I'm gonna think a little harder. DM, give
Okay.
us the
Maybe
answer.
spring-
So you just like sit there doing the thinker?
This is supposed to be a temple to Shantaea. Maybe there's some sort of significance with spring and fall.
Right, in the north is, largely speaking, the direction of guidance. Follow the North Star.
That's what
No.
I was thinking.
Perhaps could be spring. I don't know. I'm just really reaching
Wait,
it.
why
Nice,
is it just
Alvar.
go in order?
It would make sense for Alvaro to overthink this, though. Just like I would, frankly.
Could I roll?
Well,
a
Alvara
Alvara
says
religion
it's the
check?
third star to the right and straight on till morning.
Yeah, may I roll a religion check on this?
You may.
Maybe. See how poorly I do. All right, I'll take it.
With a 6?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you were never taught too terribly much about Shantaea.
Hmm.
Can I roll?
Wait,
the
wait a
religion
minute.
check?
We have a master researcher. Why don't we ask Pelias
Oh yeah, I
what
forgot
his book
Pelias
says
was
about the
here.
ancients?
I forgot we had. I forgot we had this dude with us,
Pelias,
just on a rope.
Yes.
what do you think about this here puzzle? So far, we put the fire part here because the sun rises this way in the east, like Alvaro said, and then we put winter in the west.
Well,
It seems like these are seasons, no?
it could be. It could be multiple things, as like some have suggested. There are many associations with Shantaea, and I do think summer in the east is appropriate, and winter in the west is appropriate indeed for the solstice, because in the wintertime the sun rises in the west.
I learned where the sun rises in different seasons.
However,
today.
it gets
That's
more
what I-
tricky because during the spring and fall, it's equal.
It's equal.
It's equal.
Well,
They both rise in the east and set in the west. And the days are even, there's no longer or shorter.
So what are the remaining two options?
fall and spring.
In north and south?
Yeah, so north and south. God damn it.
But she's a springtime goddess, right? She's like a growth goddess or whatever, like spring would be like north, would be like, you know, central or whatever. I don't know. That's a reach.
DM, can Alvaro think a little harder?
I want to ask, actually, from the one person that hasn't rolled anything this whole time, what is Phlox doing?
I don't know what Derek's
Phlox
doing.
is running his paws all over the door, just going, and then just kind of like, and just kind of scrunching his brow up a little bit and going, but he hasn't come to any scholarly conclusions yet.
Excellent. Elias examines the door for a moment and thinks to himself before turning back to you. Oh, sorry, I had a hiccup. And goes, well, it seems easy enough. This is just the entrance after all.
And we got stuck on the first
It's gonna be funny. Not even a puzzle. The door just opens.
Shantea, it's not... I forget, Cliff, did you say any of that, like, stuff that you were saying just then, like, in character, or were you just spitballing as Steve?
I could have said that in character.
Okay. Elias nods to you, Cliff, and says, I tend to agree with you, however, it's a little more complex given that Shantea isn't just spring, she's all of the season, she's life itself, and the growth that comes.
Well,
Yeah,
dang
but
damn it, that doesn't help.
But spring comes first. Life comes before death, right? It has to be life first in the north. Or is that like...
If we were to represent sort of life itself, then we would have spring first, representing the birth of new life,
Yeah, that's
summer,
what I-
then
what
fall
I
and
said.
winter.
Mhm.
I agree with you. Although I'm not really sure if... And she'll put a hand to her chin.
So it's probably the flower growing, then the sun, then the leaf falling, and then the winter.
Aurora's gonna walk up and put in.
I just put a
What's
gif in chatting of you guys. I'm sorry, continue.
I'm gonna start to place the
Hold on, I don't
flower
see it.
to the north, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say any objections as I do it.
Go, 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 go,
And then
go!
I say that as before I place the last piece, Which-
Backing up a few steps.
being
Becky.
yeah,
That
which
is
being
us.
fall to the south,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna step away unless something happens before I can do that.
So you place each mosaic tile in, and as Aurora, you place the last piece in, you feel like a clunk beneath your feet, as if the wall itself shakes for a moment.
Was that good or bad?
I don't know.
A few moments pass before you hear a deep scratching and movement of stone as the two doors slowly crack themselves open.
That's
Oh,
pretty
it was
cool.
that easy. We just
Allowing
fucking
you to continue.
we overthought it the whole time.
Yeah.
As
Elias, why
everything.
did that work?
Well,
Now that you've thought about it some more.
well, it makes sense if you think about it. First of all, it is just the rotation of seasons. However, when things grow in the spring, they grow upwards, and during the fall, they tend to fall downwards.
Unless you count us, then, well,
And I just wanted to be on the
Makes
record
sense.
that I would have had the same conclusion by different means. So, thank you, Plias, for your explanation.
He gives you a knowing nod.
Well, you did solve the first part.
Open these doors.
No!
Corbett,
I've
Corbett,
decided
break
you're
down
still
this
not
Right now, we
allowed
gotta go
in.
to another map.
So the way I did
Sure.
it is similar to the last time we did a dungeon together, because I did have to kind of construct these together. So each room is its own separate board.
That's
Yay!
easier.
I actually prefer that because it does make things significantly
The
easier.
Cliff Harbor Abbey thing was making my brain hurt.
Oh,
Even though
back
it
in the
was really-
beginning?
Or
Yeah, that'd
no,
be
no,
massive.
not Cliff Harbor Abbey.
The-
Cliff's Manor, the one that he has the deed to now. What was that called?
Yeah, that was Cliff Harbor Abbey.
Are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the tower?
Oh, the
It
tower?
The tower. It
Oh,
was
of,
such a cool map, but I was
Indoor
so
Marina?
confused as to where everybody was
That
at
one
any
was
given point.
huge. So, you proceed forward through the newly opened doors, and I need you all to continue to the board marked as Garden of Silence.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was faster than I was expecting. I think we did pretty good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
On to the next one that will
I
take
can't
5
tell you guys how big I was smiling while you were thinking about it. To be fair, after everything we faced in Cursive Strahd, like, I don't blame you.
I'm sorry, which board are we heading to next?
Garden of Silence.
Garden of Silence.
And give me 1 second, because I realize I don't think the music's actually playing on this one.
Now it's just ambient sounds of the Garden of Silence with a cornucopia.
Here we go.
Cornucopia?
You don't see no cornucopia.
You're not there yet, Zach.
There is no corn here. They're
I
lying.
want the
We have
cornucopia.
not
I
entered
want
yet.
it.
You may not have the cornucopia.
I want it.
My
I want
cornucopias are for the strongest of travelers, and you cannot handle it.
a cornucopia.
I need Mina. Where the hell is she? There she is.
I
I'm
want
gonna have to take a big hit of cornucopium then.
Copium.
cornucopium.
Get
I
Oh.
love copium.
it. Copium.
So, beyond the entrance, you proceed forward, leading down into a vast underground garden that is dead silent within this cavern. The whistling of wind from the outside has long since faded. And as you proceed forward, the grass beginning to grow beneath your feet, somehow within this stone cavern. The only thing you hear forward is a faint rustling of leaves. You can tell
How
once
far
this
up do we
chamber
stop?
was a flourishing sanctuary for life, but now it lies purely in decay as you smell. That wet, humid smell eventually turns into that of that sickly sweet kind of rotting fruit and vegetable smell.
I stealth.
Alright, roll stealth for me. Nice,
Alright, I'll
last and
take
20. Anyone else, feel free to roll stealth if you'd like.
I'm not. I'm just gonna walk.
Can I roll perception?
You
again?
can.
I'll roll perception too. If
Or would
that's
you like
okay.
me to continue using that one perception score?
Feel free to roll perception.
I will guide myself for this as well.
10.
22 on the perception roll.
Okay.
I'll also roll perception because I can.
I'm not gonna stealth, but I will walk
I'm gonna guide
slowly.
myself.
I beat a Mina perception roll? Shit.
Yeah, Mina rolled a 3.
Well, she guided herself.
And a flaccid 20 for Phlox.
Yeah.
People are beating Mina for once.
I'll take a 19.
Okay, so Phlox, Alvara, and that's about it. I'll explain to you two what you see separately in just a minute. The rest of you, as you proceed forward, what everyone can see is eventually the grass opens up into sprawling vegetation, and like what used to be what looks like a garden, plants that should be dead still grow, and yet they are somehow twisted and unnatural in their color and make, almost sickly. In the center of this room is a great tree that now stands with blackened bark and twisted roots that crack into the stone floor. Alvara and Phlox, what you see ahead, everything is quiet in this room except still for that occasional rustling of leaves, and what you two manage to hear is you finally make out within this faint light that's glowing within the room a couple of what look to be like earth or water methods that seem to be left behind, still attempting to take care of this garden, however they themselves seem to take on this rotted, decaying appearance.
I see.
I'll raise a hand to stop the party, kind of like, just horizontally. Careful on your guard, there are some others here.
This is a most interesting circumstance.
I'm going to roll on I'm going to roll on the table of Tales from Beyond.
6.
6!
What does that
Cool.
mean?
Nothing. It's all good.
Nothing.
No need to worry. It's a 6.
Nothing.
It's just
Nothing.
a tale of the traveler.
You love that one.
It is fun.
What does that one do?
That's the one that lets you teleport, isn't it?
Nope, not that one, no.
Oh.
So this one, the target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die, plus your Bard level. While
wow.
it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed increases by 10 feet and it gains a +1 bonus to its AC.
Pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually rolled that one yet. So I'm just going to hold it. Actually, I'm going to put it on myself so I don't get fucked up.
To God, you should.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be greedy.
Alright, what does the party do?
I'm gonna quietly. Now I'll stealth. I'm not gonna stealth, but I'm gonna approach very slowly with like a non-hostile stance as I can muster.
Okay. Also, I will push down the, Whoa, you can get minis as mods?
What? That's a game
What?
changer.
Whoa!
We're
Sorry,
gonna
I
do
just
that.
discovered that.
That's gonna be a must. Kid
Well-
Monkey.
That's a game changer, sorry. I was just gonna put down little representations of the methods for you.
Kid Monkey. Never sleep on Kid Monkey. Kid Monkey can kill.
Kid monkey. I don't know what to use as representations for these. Maybe just bats?
Just use the Goomies.
Goomies.
The Goomies will get lost in the mushrooms.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There.
Yeah.
Let's use the crabs. Use
Oh
the
yeah, they
crabs.
do look just like the mushrooms.
I see it though. I see
Make
it. I
them
can
bigger.
attack. Look, I can attack it.
You can make the base a different color too.
That's true.
You could make them bigger. You could make the base
Hey!
Oh, you can't actually see the base color. Methods aren't very big though. It's okay. How about this?
That can represent a
That is
collection of
way
them.
too big.
That's way too big.
That can be a swarm of them.
How
Well,
about
to do
let's
it
just
as-
do bats?
I don't like
That's oh, they're actually kind of big. Good enough.
What? That thing is freaky. I want to attack it again.
No.
Huh?
Bat
Not till you
giant.
roll initiative, young man.
Not until initiative, young man.
I've lost who me. That's
Who,
stealth 20.
you?
Oh no, okay, I found who me
So you
again.
found yourself?
Yeah.
So what is the party doing?
I'm gonna keep stealthing forward with that 20.
Fox is gonna approach slowly.
Mina
Okay.
is going to approach.
Is anyone else going in stealthy?
Nope.
I rolled a 10, but that's not stealthy.
All right.
I told you how I'm
If the
proceeding.
paladin in full metal armor isn't stealthing, I don't think the rest of us need to.
You go in, and as you approach, all three of the methods, continuing their way around the vegetation beneath them, seem to stop in their tracks, and with a bit of like a twitch, all kind of turn to face you three. Or you all, rather. It's more than three of you at this point.
Fox is just gonna kind of raise a hand and sort of like a almost like he's about to salute, and then he just waves his hand at him. It's like, "Hello, don't mean to interrupt. You have a very nice garden."
They stare blankly at you, one of which you can see at this point almost has what looks to be this toxic material just oozing from what would be its mouth.
Okay, rude. We're just gonna move on. Don't mind us.
This is not the natural state of this area, I fear.
We believe you may be right about that.
I mean,
Elias, any thoughts?
Quite unnatural indeed. This place has been tainted by dark magic.
Well, how do we fix that?
We'd have to investigate further, but I don't know if these caretakers of sort will allow us forward.
Do they... Looking at these creatures, like... They don't speak at all? Like, they haven't spoken a word?
They don't.
Do they... Do those... I don't even know if it speak.
And what do you mean they won't allow us forward?
Well, they seem to be here for some purpose, but there's something wrong. Whatever's happened to them over time has long changed and eroded them.
I'm going to use the gift of the undead sovereign and tell me what I see.
I'm going to put an NPCs tab really quick, what it is these guys look like.
Okay.
Alright, sounds good.
Oh. It's just like what I thought in Baldur's Gate.
Humi.
Yes.
Everything around you fades again, shifting out into that whitish blue hue. Your allies beside you, and the creatures before you not coming through your vision. However, that tree is clear as day, almost highlighted within this vision.
Hey guys, that tree looks, I don't know. It gives off the same vibes we are. It's undead. But these guys aren't.
Should we, like, purify it somehow?
We'll destroy it.
I don't love that idea, but maybe we could try talking to the tree?
Everyone's head turns to me and
I can try. Give me just a second. I'm trying to check the specific of the spell.
Can I try speaking to them in primordial?
The methods?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't know
Sure.
if that would work. I would say in primordial hello. Can you understand me? Nothing?
Their heads turn to you, but they seem to just blink.
Language do they speak, if any?
Let me try this again.
Nobody knows Celestial?
How are you guys doing today? He says in Sylvan.
Nothing.
It's probably nothing.
Anyway, I got nothing.
Does anybody
Let
know?
me try this. I'm going to do a, I'm going to do a little performance with some music and see how they react to it, using the golden lyre.
It's either gonna be good or bad.
This is Humi's solution for everything.
Hey! Hasn't failed me yet!
A 27 performance? What are you trying to do?
I'm basically doing kind of like a nice melodic music as I kind of walk a little bit towards them and kind of just gauge what they're going to do. If they're entertained, if they have anything in between those cold dead eyes, or I don't know.
As you
I wanna
walk
see what happens.
forward with your performance, attempting to gauge the attention of these creatures, you notice they don't outright attack you. They are keeping their heads turned and directly at you, but they aren't attacking you. And they watch you.
Well, they
They look
look
like
like
they're just here.
thespians.
They look
Eh?
like they're just here to care for the plants.
I
I'm
think
guessing whatever's affecting them is likely whatever's affecting that tree.
I guess so.
Or maybe
I guess so.
what's affecting the tree is affecting them because of its connection in this place.
It's entirely possible.
What
It's
did you
entirely possible.
What did you see when you looked with the eyes of the undead sovereign at the tree? What
it
did the tree look like?
basically like glue at
There's
glue.
3 of these?
It glowed.
It glue.
It glue.
I'm sorry,
glowed.
guys.
It was glued
Hold
back
on.
to the other ones before.
So, I'm gonna. I just want to try to walk a little forward, not like armed or anything. Like, is my sword is sheathed, my hands are like kind of, like I ain't doing nothing. And I want to see how they react if I get like close to one of them.
How close are you getting to them, given Humi's proximity as well?
Where's Humi? Humi's all the way over here.
Humi said they
Sorry.
walked forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up to this one and go, "Hello. Is it okay if we pass through here?"
You see its head turn from Humi's performance, then to you, Aurora.
I'll say that in common, I guess. I don't know. They didn't answer in print, but they don't answer at all.
It's holding what looks to be some kind of rotted gourd within its hands, as if it was tending to this section. And its eyes train on you for a minute before you see a sickly green glow from within its eyes.
I look away.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Give me a second.
Humi, I would like you to also make a dexterity saving throw.
I make those. Wait, I'm pretty sure I make those with advantage if it's something I can see. Let me look. Hold up. Yes,
I'm-
advantage on dex saving because of danger sense, so I have advantage on this.
That's good.
Dex saving throw.
Humi has inspo.
A 19 and a 1, 22.
Okay, you will only take half.
And I use my inspo. Perfect.
Hey,
Couldn't ask for better.
Let me get up real quick and get.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't actually do that yet.
Dice plural? No.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get up and get the singular die.
I was hoping they would just do like a D6 of damage. I'm kidding. Not at this point in the campaign.
No, they're actually going to do 4d4 worth of strength damage.
What do you mean
Holy
strength damage?
Strength damage.
Yeah, there are creatures and spells that can damage your
It's
ability
true, they can
scores.
damage your abilities.
In fact, I do have a few of those in my back pocket if things get bad.
Okay. It would have been 24 points of poison damage, but it will be reduced to 12 for each of you.
Okay. I
As
still
these
have
things-
H-
You approach them, and after attempting to make some form of contact, their bodies begin to burble and like almost bubble up within themselves. You see them twitch and like the head shake with a little bit of a snap before eventually both of them just explode in poison.
Oh my god. Oh my
Are they
god.
dead?
They are
Oh.
gone. You just see bits of their remains left on the ground afterwards.
Okay.
Oh my.
Maybe
And-
we should take that last one out from a distance.
Maybe you should back up.
Yep. Say less. And I'm going to use my still there advanced speed to kind of get back to the group and hide behind Phlox.
Don't worry, Humi. I will protect you.
Thank you.
Alvara, Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit.
Spell attack. There's 2 beams coming out. First is a 22. Second's gonna be a 26, so I'm presuming both will hit.
Both will hit. Roll damage.
That's plus another 10 because of my agonizing blast. So that's 21 points of damage.
Easy enough. You send out 2 blasts from your hand forward to this last remaining mephit you can see. And you notice as its eyes had begun to turn that same kind of sickly green, your blasts make contact with its body, going straight through it before it again explodes in poison. But everyone is safely out of the way this time.
Yay.
We did it.
And the
Right.
poison seeps into the vegetation below, almost singeing the grass.
No.
No.
Um,
So now we gotta deal with that tree. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like... It feels off. Wrong somehow.
It
I don't
looks
know.
like
Bored.
us. I just want to say that again.
I
Don't
wanna
love
put
it
this board.
being bad.
What do I see in some of these side rooms, DM?
You see within those side rooms various little sectors where they were growing different kinds of crops. You see corn, tomatoes, pumpkins, squash. And ahead you see things like carrots, potatoes, cabbages, onions.
Does this stuff look like it was affected by whatever blight is affecting everything else?
All of the vegetation here does look like it's taken on a different form. It's a bit twisted with black specks and a unsafe energy about it.
Alvara, do you know what kind of magic would do this?
do I, Dan?
Roll Arcana.
I'll give advantage if I can, or help in any way I can.
24.
Okay. With a 24, I don't think the advantage will be necessary on that one.
You never know.
Do you want to try anyway?
I think a 24. I'm fine with a 24. I doubt this check's gonna be like a 25 or higher.
With a 24,
It
Alvara,
just-
it's very much you can feel just coming off of the very ground beneath you and all around you. There is a faint, putrid, necrotic energy seeping through. It's almost similar to that same energy you experienced all the way back in the beginning in those caverns by Cliffwater Abbey. Or Cliff Harbor Abbey, my mistake.
It reminds me of the caverns at Cliff Harbor Abbey, and there's definitely some necrotic magic at work here. And I'm gonna look around for those green crystals if I can see any, like just to see if they're here too.
Hey, thank you for the community sub!
Mina's actually gonna
Woo!
pull out her piece of Vivianite and see if it does anything.
Roll investigation. For if you're looking for Vivianite specifically.
I have the piece from Cliff Harbor Abbey. I'm wondering if it reacts to being here.
Had to stop eventually.
With a 7? There's many crystalline structures growing here within this cavern. Hey, thank you for the cheer! 100 bits!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Would you
crystalline
like to
caverns
take it?
themselves within here are all faintly glowing and pulsing with their own energy, but you don't find any specific pieces of that dark green crystal of Vivianite like you're looking for. Mina, you
Yeah.
hold out your own piece of Vivianite that you've kept this whole time. And you almost see like a faint, sickly green hue almost begin to glow within it.
Alvara, do you think this is a problem? And I'm gonna hold out the piece of Vivianite that now seems to be glowing faintly. Alvara?
Sorry, I missed that one.
Oh, I was asking if the glowing piece of Vivianite is gonna be a problem.
I honestly, I'm not really sure. But could I tell based on my earlier necrotic roll if there's any sort of connection between that mineral and this stuff?
I think
Like
there
if there's
is.
any magical link between the two. I mean I presume there is, but I want to see if my character knows.
Well, didn't
Or
we
could
find
I
it
could I
out
just
in the... I remember we rolled really well in the Cliff Harbor Abbey dungeon or cave thing, and we were told that it does grow larger and glow in the presence of necrosis or something like that.
get like a blight, right?
I don't
DM, can
remember
you,
what specifically it was. I think it was just necrotic magic.
DM, can you refresh our recollection on that?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
The necrotic. You go ahead, Andy. It's your crystal.
So, just to confirm, when we were in the caves by Cliff Harbor Abbey, we found out that Vivianite grows in areas that have a high level of necrotic magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that it glows in its presence. Is that also correct, or is that a misnomer?
I don't remember saying that, but
And then my question was, can I tell based on my earlier role to detect the School of Magic and everything, if there's any sort of connection between this like rocks, Andy's like rocks current activity and like the magic here?
I would say for like to detect the school of magic, you definitely need to use detect magic, but
Well, no, but I mean like to get a sense for the type of magic. Can I basically my question is based on the earlier role, can I tell if there's like something magical connected to this cave and that rock?
it's hard to say.
That would need to
Okay.
be 25.
I can't I can't really discern right now whether or not there's a connection, but I do presume there must be something happening.
It's
She
definitely
stares
that.
curiously at like the rock you're holding.
I'm gonna let it float to the tip of my staff so that we can kind of keep an eye on it. I'm gonna see if it glows any brighter. If
You're
I
over
point
there.
directions.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Mm. Do you guys mind if we take an hour? So I could just
I thought
Have-
you meant in real life.
Yeah, I did too. The way you talked, I was like,
I'm
an
so
hour.
sorry. No. I want to ensure that we have a second person that has Revivify rating.
I'm just a little concerned about that tree that you all
Maybe if we
mentioned.
talk to ghosts,
I don't.
maybe that'll work.
Fumi, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we have an hour.
Okay.
I
Things-
have Revivify ready. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Speaking of Revivify, I wanted to double check with the party, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on your last use of Revivify, with you bringing Phlox back, that should have left you with just 1 diamond left, correct?
I thought it was 2 diamonds left because we had the one that was 500 gold pieces, which we were trying not to use, but then we still have the 1 300.
You had 2 300 ones that I believe you've used.
Okay.
What did we use the other one on? Ohumi.
Yeah.
So we only have 1 left.
Humi, Phlox, and one left here. Winter's like, how long until I can kill one of you bastards off?
Maybe we should have picked some up before we You're right, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have gone to the diamond dealer, K Jewelers.
Okay.
I'm sure one of the goblins trades things.
You know what they say? Every kill is fixed with K.
K definitely sounds like the name of like a little like chipper wood elf. Like,
That's
hi there,
good,
I'm K.
actually. I like that.
So,
The Keebler elf?
No, like a wood elf. A wood
The
elf. not
Keebler
fucking
elf.
Keebler elf. Fucking
So what are we
making
doing about-
cookies and shit.
what are we doing about this tree? Ooh, excuse me.
It's like us, and I think we're not bad. And I would hate to think that this thing's bad, because, I don't know, it kind of would seem like we're bad. So, I say we see if we can just work past it?
Well, it sounded like everything affecting you guys was sort of pretty bad. It's a gift of Merkel. If this tree has any sort of connection to that, we should rid the world of it.
But this is from Shantaea's cave, so maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
clearly it's a blight. It's an
The
infection.
blight very
Uh.
clearly isn't supposed to be here for me. It
I-
looks like it's
Okay.
designed to specifically weaken Shantae.
I'm just trying to be positive, okay.
Can I
Let's cut
roll
down
for
the tree.
Die.
I think
Can
the
I roll
tree.
a per-
I think the tree is Shantae's. I don't think we should kill it. I think we need to purify it.
Ooh.
The tree is
Okay.
Harold in Fallout. What are you gonna do?
Purify
Oh
it!
no.
Can I roll a perception check on the tree specifically
You may.
to see if I notice anything?
Sure.
Perception. And I'm gonna bless myself.
And I'll
Bless you.
give you
Or
guidance.
Guidance, not bless, guidance, my mistake. Guide myself. Alright, that's a 28.
28.
28 on an 11.
From this distance, it's really hard to tell, Mina, but you feel like deep within that bunch of leaves covering up the bottom of this tree, there's a faint glow peeking out from underneath just a couple of those leaves, and it almost looks like words.
Oh.
Guys, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I saw something in the leaves at the base of the tree. It looks like there might be something hidden. I don't know. I thought I could see words, but I couldn't read them with the leaves in the way.
Oh. Awesome.
Should we make our way forward and see if there's something there?
Sure. Let's take a closer look.
I'm gonna stay behind you.
I'm going to stay where I am in the back.
Do we get any kind of sense of danger as we get closer, DM?
No?
Alright, a little bit closer. How much further until we get to the words?
You'd have to get, like, right up to the tree.
That's unfortunate. What do you think, Aurora? Should we just go for it?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't see any other way around this.
I believe in you. Standing in the back.
I mean, I am made to take damage after all if something goes wrong. So where am I gonna have to go up? Like, am I gonna have to be up here?
No, just, like,
down
right here at the base of the tree.
Oh.
Yes, you just
I
go.
am. Lepiqua, I am made to take damage.
Meanwhile, you're letting Mina just go further and further up ahead.
As you
You're
get
meant to heal.
closer, Mina, you do see more and more that little bit of visibility peeking out from underneath those leaves from where you believe there might be wording engraved within the tree itself. Remind me what both of your ACs are again?
Yeah. It's,
You know, I was considering saying I fucking bonus action rage. I should have. My AC is a 17.
my AC is 14.
Excellent. Allow me one moment, please.
It's like excellent. It hits both of you. This is great news.
We're both dead. Yay.
Aurora, for you, that is going to be a 28
To
To
hit or
hit?
for
to
damage?
hit.
Yeah.
And Mina,
You don't even have to roll.
for you, that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Missed it by that much.
What is this? The Whomping Willow? Like,
So as
Yeah, I
you both
think so.
get closer, Mina, you almost make connection with those words underneath the leaves. And as you both encroach just right up to the roots of this tree, you feel the ground beneath you shake as the roots and branches begin to snap. One of which lashing out completely against Aurora. And you will suffer... You suffer?
This might be a tree blight.
Guys, I think we're gonna have to fight this thing.
You will suffer 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm
not too
not
bad.
raging.
And Mina?
This has all been full damage. Oh my god.
That's not so much damage.
I already
Mina.
took some.
Yeah. Does it
Ah,
help if
I
I'm
threw my
flying?
dice. I'm sorry.
Yes,
No,
throw
it
your
does
dice.
not.
aren't you supposed to throw your dice?
Mina, you will take 9 points of damage, and you are
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
grappled as the root wraps around beneath
Just
you
teasing.
and squeezes
That's-
you,
I
beginning to pull you into the ground.
Oh,
I grab her. And I try to pull her back.
Everyone roll initiative. You can do that on your turn.
Jesus. We're fighting the fucking tree.
Yeah. Find trees.
I want to be right on Flux. At least step to the side of you.
I'm still very far in the back.
God, I went from 106 to 78 hit points. Natural 20 for a 23.
I can find initiative. I know how this game works. It hasn't been 7 sessions?
I am missing somebody here.
Oh, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Yeah, I
Or
also got
flaccid, as
20.
everyone's
Two.
privy to call it.
So I'm
What's
missing
your,
one
dex
person. Who am I missing?
modifier, Zach?
Humi.
I think it's a +2.
I am way in the back.
So is mine.
Humi, where are you?
You
I
wanna
am
do
in the
rollies?
back. There, I'll turn on
What
my
is
light.
your actual score?
Ah, there you are. I see you.
Yeah.
14. Are you 15?
14. I
All
guess
right,
we'll roll
we got.
this
Andy and I are gonna roll these for order.
All right.
1d4 each.
I was gonna do a 20.
Usually it's
Four,
a
four,
D20.
four. We might get the same thing. 20, most likely not. You got to beat a 5. But you got it.
Who else got a natural 20 for initiative?
I got a natural 20.
So did this creature. What's your dex mod?
My dex is 17, so +3.
Okay, let me just look at this.
You know that tree's not dexterous.
Yeah, no, you will go first.
Okay.
So Aurora, and then I can't actually select the tree, so I'm gonna put something else on the ground that I can select for the tree.
Make it a pumpkin.
I can't select a pumpkin, I don't think.
No. It casts a building object, right?
Yeah, because it's a building object. Oh, that is not good.
You could Pelias just way in the back, like, those fucking idiots. They don't know about the evil tree.
We'll do that.
Well, he didn't tell us.
Oh,
Would now be
shit.
a good time to take a little break?
It would be a good time to take a break.
Whoa!
I'm just... Hold on, I'm trying to, like, put this in the back so I can...
The board is fucking shaking when you drop that mini.
Ah!
I can't even see it, dude. I can just see its stump because when I go up, it takes me above the.
Okay, so let me just get the initiative order really quick before we get into this. So, we have Aurora, and then this creature, and then 20 to 25.
Me.
Well, I had a 20.
Also me. I have a 20.
You have it. Both of you have a 20. Who goes before each of you? It's of
Mina,
Alvara first.
I go first.
No, Mina one rollies.
Okay. 15 to 20.
Hi. Oh no, I'm 13. Never mind. Whoops.
10 to 15.
Hi.
5 to 10.
That's me.
8.
Would you get Valor?
9.
You gotta say the
Excellent.
numbers.
So, I will change the music and then we will get into a 10-minute break, snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do. Now's the time to do it. We will be back with Tree Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
And there's the slideshow.
Yahoo! Satcho.
At the end of the break, we gotta take more, potions for paper.
If I had a nickel for every time this group had to fight a tree, I'd have 2 nickels.
When did you guys ever have to fight a tree before?
We had to fight a tree before.
Yeah, when?
The tree of disappointing. What? That's so mean. Oh.
Tree of disappointing Aztec. No. We never would have disappointed Aztec. I gotta be real, I didn't think you guys were actually gonna proc this thing, but, really funny.
How did you see this going?
I don't know, I thought you'd figure another way out. Knowing you guys, I thought you'd just fucking burn everything.
Light everything on fire.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I just expect you guys to just light everything up at this point.
No, we certainly have a history of doing that.
Wanna know something really disappointing?
Yeah.
I had to throw away the rest of the garlic ciabatta. It was moldy.
Not moldy.
We love you, Krim!
Korean.
Do you see Decay characters in any
I'm
other
back.
setting? Sci-fi, noir, modern fantasy, Pokepop? Oh,
That's a good. You know what? That's a good question. I could see Phlox in the modern fantasy. He'd wear a big old hoodie.
Such a sweetie, Krim. To Aztec's question. So Humi talked about a sci-fi Humi, I know. They're not here right now, but that's...
Yeah,
Just
you
brace
know what?
yourself for that
That would
answer.
make a lot of sense.
Alvara, I could have maybe seen in other settings. Now that she's a goblin, it's a little more difficult. Maybe post-apocalyptic. It's like a Mad Max style, just like a little goblin rebel. But I'm not really sure. Pretty radical character change.
doesn't really fit in with the genres that are listed there, but I could very easily see Winnie placed within like a Bloodborne setting because she was
Yeah.
based on a couple of the cleric beasts.
Phlox would be in like a Kingdom Hearts style modern fantasy.
Oh my god, Phlox is Sora.
Crim
he would have a keyblade.
Grim and I have a shared love for Bloodborne. We get each
Dude.
other.
Anyone who's played Bloodborne should love that game, and if they don't, then I will. I'm gonna.
They should. Bloodborne was so fantastic. It was spectacular, and I will not hear any Bloodborne slander.
I love that art of Lucia. You did a great job, Paper. Paper.
Oh, I guess I should refill my drink. I'll be right back. We got more potions to do.
More potions. You're right. I got to do that too.
I'm back. Hey, lovelies, how you doing tonight? Whoa, you're breaking up. What's going on?
Yeah, break it up a lot.
Whoa. What is going on? Hello?
It might have been me. What's
There
up?
you go.
You were breaking up a lot too. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
It seems all better now.
Yeah. I have little weird internet hiccups like that.
A little
It
tired.
happened on stream too.
It happens sometimes. I feel that, Crib. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
sleepy kind of day, I gotta tell you.
The weeks have been sleepless, I tell you what.
Been rough. Been rough. Be real with me, guys. How much trouble are we in with this freaking tree?
I'm still just smiling about how long it took you guys just to do the season puzzle.
Listen, we did it and we got it done right.
Yeah, you did it right. You
overthinking it.
didn't face the consequences.
We're just too smart. What would have been those consequences?
I'm not telling you.
I hope I don't die here.
I might tell you after session what the consequences of failing that first one would have been.
Were they funny or were they like serious?
I mean,
Probably would
Funny
have
for
been
who?
poisoned. Funny for Winter. Should have been like, and you're poisoned. And I would have gone, no. When I read the monster's name, I didn't read the end. That was like, treat? That's not a treat.
treat. It's the special treat.
I didn't process the end for some reason, and I was like, that's not a treat. That's a trick.
It's a treat for me. And we're back.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you ready to rumble with this tree?
No.
What is your favorite low CR monster? Oh man. Let me hold on. Give me a second.
Honestly,
How can it not be a goblin?
Probably no.
Classic.
my favorite is a rat.
It's a rat?
It's a
Yeah.
rat. It's not a monster. It's just a creature.
Okay,
Rats,
but
rats,
like in the
rats,
tutorial world, rats are usually the ones that they do the testing.
Bullywug. Aw.
I don't know.
I really like
Kobolds are really good.
kobolds and gnolls are both really good choices. I feel. I was debating between the two.
I also really like Kutoa.
Yeah,
They're so
Katoa are
silly.
really cool.
Also, non D&D, but rad roach,
Rad
Black.
roaches? Oh, those piss me off.
and they're perfect. That's why.
As long as they're not Cazadors. Yeah, Kutoas just make up gods and then they become real. It's kind of terrifying.
It is. They're they're quite talented. They're just
Just
not
like
very
us.
strong.
You're just like us.
If I had to pick like a low tier like monster to win with though, I'd probably go with Swarm of Rats.
Form of rats, that's pretty
Like
good.
if you said pick one to like win in a fight. They have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, and it's several condition immunities.
Yeah, but
Wait,
they
for
have
what?
1 HP.
What are you talking about?
What are you
Horde of
talking about? They have
rats.
24 HP. It's a swarm of rats.
Oh,
They have 24 HP. It's a swarm of rats.
okay. I thought you meant like. Okay.
No, no.
So they all collectively share the same HP.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is like a 1/4 CR with 24 HP, resistance to basically any melee strike, several condition immunities, and they have a +2 to hit.
And when they're down to half, they have a negative.
Oh, is that true, Zach? You're looking at it.
I'm not seeing it on the stat sheet, but Fastech's saying it's true. Oh yeah, or 3 if the swarm has half of its hit points or fewer, which is fair.
There you go. Are you guys ready to continue?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Aurora, what do? You've just been smacked by a tree and Mina's been grabbed.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is bonus action rage.
All right.
Second thing I'm going to do is attempt to pull Mina from being sucked into the ground. So
All right,
is that
that's
a
your
strength
action?
check? Yeah.
All right, sure. Roll a strength check.
Is it a check or a save?
Check. It would be a save for Mina.
All right, and I have advantage on it because I'm raging. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna do it. You feel Mina. You grab her arms within your grasp and you feel her slowly start sinking further and further into the soil.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the end of your turn?
I can't do anything else.
Do you have any bonus actions or anything?
My bonus action was to rage. And my action was to try and pull you up. I cannot believe I rolled so low. No, there's nothing else I can do.
All right.
I mean, I have spells, but I can't cast them. Those are actions.
This thing is not actually a treant. That's just the the creature that I selected for its initiative order. But the tree begins to lash out again. And Mina, you feel strangled within the grasp as it pulls you further down and almost attempts to squeeze around your neck. I'll do that one first.
My god, I'm sorry, Mina.
Mina, that's going to be a 26 to hit.
It'll hit. I'm already grappled, so... Yeah.
That is going to be... Oh my.
Oh no.
That's going to be 24 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Nice.
And Aurora, branches once again begin to swing down wildly beneath at you.
Yep.
Where'd my die go? There it is.
If it's above 17, don't ask. It just makes me want to cry.
I won't then, even though it was only an 18.
That makes me want to cry more. Well, if it was a 17, then I would really want to cry.
It's going to swing down with one of its branches at you, and it is going to deal... You suffer 17 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to...
Are we rounding up or down?
9.
Okay.
And then you feel a root beneath your feet begin to try to entangle around your feet and bring you down below, just the same as Mina. Let me see how that does. That is going to be...
Oh, this isn't even a save. This is just like...
If it hits, it
I
grabs you, I think.
If it hits, it grabs, and that is going to be a 25 to hit.
What do you think?
A root entangles itself around your feet as you begin to feel yourself sinking beneath the earth. And
God, dying it.
Mina, it's your turn.
Am I still above ground?
You are above ground and you are grappled.
All right. Bonus action, Misty Step.
Okay.
And I'm going to teleport.
Oh my god.
Back.
God, I wish I had that.
And now that I'm free from this this accursed tree, I'm going to main action. I can't cast a spell because I already cast one.
Does it have to be a cantrip?
You
Yeah,
can
I
if
was
it's a
gonna
cantrip.
I was gonna cast.
Can you
a
heal me?
cantrip. I could.
Oh, healing.
Main action. I'm actually gonna take the Circle of the Chalice. That seems like a reasonable idea. And then I'll start healing you next round,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
All right. Pulling something up here really quick. Okay. Alvara. It is your turn.
Eldritch Blast, this bastard.
You're attacking the
Doing
tree?
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I'm attacking the tree from my distance.
Okay, go for it. Roll to
The
hit.
from the safety of this area. And we're within range still.
What if it was the vines? Would the vines uncurl? Or is it, I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. 16 on the first. Does that hit?
That hits.
16 on the second.
Both will hit, and describe
At
your
least
attack and
I'm
roll damage.
consistent. It's still white bolts of undefined energy as this goblin has patronless powers clinging on only barely as bolts of white lightning strike forth. Not lightning, but force laser bullshit.
The bolts themselves almost
Whatever.
putter out of your hand, but they do go forward, striking into the bark of this tree. Though the bark is already blackened and singed, you see chunks of it begin to fly off.
That's a 19 total.
Okay.
As of the charisma bonuses to each of those.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll end my turn there. I'll keep it simple.
All right.
Round one, let's see what this thing can do.
Umi.
Okay. Boomy is way in the back. Just saw someone else get taken into the ground. Let's see. How do I use a ruler once again?
M.
M. Ah! Haha! Wonderful.
We forgot
So-
to take our potions. Continue.
A 13, 14 times 5. Or no, that's... Where's the base of this tree? Here?
That's where Aurora is.
Aurora? Alright. That's much easier math. Alright. So this can definitely hit. So, how tall is the tree?
It is very tall. It reaches to the ceiling of this cavern.
Which is... how tall?
Let me measure. $30 feet.
Perfect. That's enough. Alright. So, you see a flame in Poomy's eyes as they cast Fireball.
Okay, where are you casting that?
That has
So-
a radius.
It does have a radius. Good on ya. So, that radius you've been asking about. It is each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So I'm going to aim for the
what
top of
point?
the cavern.
Oh, you're aiming for the top of the cavern. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna bring
So
the
be
shit
it.
down.
And I need that thing to make a dexterity saving throw.
Not just
Did you
that,
just
but the
cause a
cavern
cave-in
wall
on
itself, if this thing collapses on all of you.
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't
this
think
is
all of it
dangerous.
through.
This is
Uh,
kind of dangerous.
That's gonna be an 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate. It does beat. Alright, so then it'll take 8d6. Half of 8d6. That would be... what is that, 17?
Yeah, 17.
Haha, I can still
Okay.
do math.
Oh, I will also mark that down for damage to the ceiling.
Alright, so that's 17 points of damage with my first attack. And with my second
And
attack.
34 for the roof. Keep going.
34 for the roof, yeah. Um, I'm also going to get closer. So... how close do I have to be? Do I have to actually get closer? 60 feet! Nope, I don't. I gotta get closer for shit. Alright. Congratulations, Aurora. You now have inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
The fireball explodes at the top of the cavern, and you feel chunks of rock begin to fall down upon you all, crashing into the vegetation below. And does singe a bit of this tree.
Does it look like it did the appropriate amount of damage? Did it
The
look
tree.
like it did more?
No,
Okay, okay.
but the tree does look hurt for a tree.
Okay, okay, okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Up next is Valor.
All right. I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna go up to here. That's my 30 feet. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to use bunny hop. Allows me to jump 5 times my proficiency bonus. Be able to get right to him. Without
So
the
you're
looking-
going onto the tree.
Yeah, I'm launching myself at the tree. Gotta help
Keep in
me.
mind that that mini is not actually the tree.
Oh,
It's where Aurora is.
oh. Well then, we'll just hop into action right here. Glaive out. And he's
Check
In
it
that
out
case,
you.
I wouldn't have had to have used my bunny hop then. Okay. Well then I'll save my bonus action for something else. I'm not going to do enmity because this thing's already looking low, and I'm sure we're gonna have to fight harder things than this. I'm just gonna go in for 2 regular attacks. No great weapon master, just regular attacks. Here we go, baby. First one.
That hits.
Sick. Okay, I'll pump a smite into that. And that's, gotta change the damage type. 10 plus 2 plus 5, so that's plus 8.
Did your
So
damage
that-
roll go through? I don't. Oh yeah, you rolled a 10.
Plus 8 for the plus 3 plus the glaive and my strength, so that's 18.
Okay.
And quick little smite, first level. 18, so it's gonna be 29.
Tree looks like shit.
And that's his first attack. Just a little effect of the Blade of the Revenant King is energy nullification. You hit a target with the weapon that is either resistant or immune to cold or fire damage. That target loses its resistance or immunity until the end of my next turn. And I'm gonna go for a second attack.
Oh, you're using the glaive, are you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is the glaive saying anything during the first attack?
Is it, DM? Is Kelrun saying
As you
anything?
begin to leap through, you hear within your mind as you slash forward, "Haha, yes, dear boy, into battle!"
Okay, alright. Does it 24 hit?
Yes, it
Or
does.
23, whatever that was. Alright, he's gonna go in for another downwards little spike attack. Oh, Great Weapon Master allows me to reroll 1 or 2s on damage dice, but only once. I have to accept whatever the next one is.
Okay.
Um,
That's another 10.
we'll fucking take it. Okay, and another first level smite. So that's 18 plus. That was good. 18, okay, so 23.
Fox, how do you want to do it?
Okay.
I don't think we
I-
should be killing this tree.
It's killing one of our friends. It's dragging Mina into the ground.
Yes,
No,
It
use
might be a very-
Nina escaped.
It's
It
it's
would
also
have, though.
it's too late, frankly. Like he
I
did
could
lethal
also
damage
try
to it.
something.
Yeah, so he goes in for like a quick little outwards jab, and then he's gonna slice it across the trunk.
Okay, and as your glaive sinks down into the bark of this tree, it does indeed cleave the center of this tree in twain. And as it does, the tree's grasp, twitches back for a minute before completely releasing Aurora from its roots.
Okay.
And those of you
So
afflicted
sweet.
with the undead growths on your bodies, you feel a jolt of pain within each of you as that mark begins to spread further.
Uh-oh.
So me and Mina?
No,
No,
the
you don't
bones
have
of us.
one. The ones that
Beyond
have
me.
it.
Yeah, no, not you. Yeah, you and I don't. Everybody else does.
Well, Flox doesn't either, right?
Flox doesn't either. Yeah, but Aldrin would.
And you
Whatever
suffer
he
6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh. Ow! Ow! What the hell was that?
Sorry.
Though, now the tree collapsed in the middle, you do see it leading tunnel-like way through the stone.
Oh man.
I suppose there's no way but forward.
I
Well,
would like to
what-
try reading that text now that we're no longer fighting the tree.
Or does
Yeah,
it
I want to inspect the
collapse?
tree.
The text has long disappeared after the
Fuck.
death of the tree.
Nice. No
Text-
one even looked at at the tree in the whole battle.
The text
We
said,
just kill. That's all we do.
The
The
text,
text
said,
said,
please,
"This
please
tree."
do not kill this tree, whatever you do.
Yes,
I
use all
would
your
like-
spell slots on the tree.
I would like to cast a very nice spell called Healing Spirit.
Okay. You notice also Pelias himself casts Healing Word at this time.
Nice. So
On who?
Elias, do you
Yeah,
know
who
what
does
that
he
tree
kill?
was?
Hold on really quick, I gotta roll for his Healing Word. Where's the fuck is my d4? There it is. Mina, you will restore 6 points.
how lovely.
Pelias walks forward and inspects the tree a bit, looking up to the ceiling, where it is now have a blackened scorch crumbled into the top of it. As he looks down at it and goes, This whole chamber looks to be once where they sustained themselves, those that lived here within the temple. This tree itself, it's hard to say, but I have to assume it was something of importance to Shantea and the very livelihood of this garden. Without it, I'm sure the garden will fail.
Idiots.
I'm concerned that whatever's corrupting this has made its way further down.
Something
You
has
said-
definitely taken root of this whole temple.
You said that you believed that there was a dragon guarding this shrine. Is
There-
it possible that it too has been affected by the blight?
If such a dragon exists,
Probably.
it's entirely possible.
I feel like we should focus on purification over annihilation, just as a
Okay,
philosophy.
well, I don't know how to purify anything. Do you have tools for that?
Yeah, I had something in mind.
All right, well,
Uh,
all I know is I was being dragged in the ground and it wasn't fun.
so I'm gonna start with healing spirit on Aurora. You're gonna gain 2 points plus 9 plus 5, so 16 points of health.
Hey,
And then I'm gonna do that again.
thank you.
2 points. Plus 10 plus 5. So that'll be 17 points of healing.
Thank you.
How are you looking?
I am almost at full, so I'm fine.
I take one more.
I'm at
'Cause
no, I'm only 2 points away from full. It's fine.
That's all right. So you'll gain 5, and
Oh.
then Mina will gain 16. Who else is looking injured?
Not really. A little bit, but not really.
I'm pretty okay.
Because I can do this 7 times. Or 6 times, I mean. And I've only done it 3.
Might as well bump everyone up that needs to be.
Yeah, really.
That was my plan.
Anybody who's taken damage, just say it.
Yeah. If you
I think
I'll
the only
throw one
people
to
that took
Umi.
damage were Umi, Aurora, and Mina.
My temporary HP took a hit, but you can't restore that, I don't think.
I thought
So
you
it's kinda
also took a
pointless.
hit after that, like a little bit.
No, I had 19 points temporary HP.
Okay.
Now I'm knocked down to 1 temp HP. So I still have like my entire thing. I'm like full up.
And no one else took any damage.
I don't think so.
Put it back into you. You took a lot.
That
Yeah.
put me back up to full HP. Who took hits from the blade? Oh wait, no, that was Humi and Aurora. All right. I guess the healing spirit will just follow us around for another minute.
Well,
I want to inspect the crystals and how they were impacted by the death of the tree.
Sure.
Do I roll?
No, I would say for this you don't need to. You look around and everyone can in fact notice this, that though the tree is gone, that pulsing energy within this garden itself seems to be slowly dissipating. The vines and the foliage themselves all kind of curling into blackened bits. The crystals are starting to lose their vibrancy.
DM, can I try looking to see if there were any seeds that may have been on that tree that I might be able to take?
Sure, roll investigation.
Would anyone like to help?
Sure, I'll look with you.
and you
Yay.
could also use your bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna
I'll
attack the
use my
crystals.
oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll
My
roll.
trident.
I'll roll
Roll
investigation.
to attack
with
the
my-
crystals.
Wait, can I say how long can I save the bardic inspiration?
Bardic inspiration can be saved for
Plus guidance.
10 minutes.
Oh, so I'm just gonna use it now.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 6, so it's a 17 plus, and then it's a D8.
D10.
Oh. Ignore that D8 then. So
Cliff,
a
that's gonna
3.
hit.
Alright.
Plus, I'm gonna I cast bless on you. Or I keep saying bless guidance. not bless.
Guidance.
So what was my roll before the 3 on the bardic die?
It was a 17 plus 3 plus 1, so a 21.
No, I rolled an 8 by accident. I meant to roll a 10.
Yeah, no, you
So-
rolled a 3 on the 10.
Plus what? Oh, okay. Nice.
So Cliff, that will hit. I'll say don't even roll damage. You swing with your trident at these crystals and they just shatter like glass.
Curses! the these blasted crystals have been here since the beginning. In that cave with the little orc girl. Black Spot Cavern. It's been the same since then, and we finally got to the bottom of it, and we need to eradicate it. We need to prevail over this evil.
That sounds
Well,
good
be
to
careful
me.
where you swing, because eradicating that evil, pointing to the tree, hurt us. So, I mean, maybe we shouldn't just be swinging. Maybe we should take a slower approach. Maybe we should.
Wait, that's right. Everyone took damage. That 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's true.
I-
Everyone
uh,
took 6 points.
I didn't.
Except Alvara
Not
and
me.
Aurora
Aurora
and
didn't.
Phlox.
All right. So me, Cliff, and Kumi.
I don't remember taking.
Yeah, when the
Yeah,
tree
it's-
collapsed, you took damage.
Oh,
'cause
I
they
was in that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
everyone that
Yeah.
has that spot took it.
Everyone that has the decay on their skin.
Oh, right,
damage.
right.
So
My
for-
temporary HP got hit, not my actual HP. So I'm
And-
still.
All right, you gained 6 HP.
With the 21 investigation check, I'll say it takes a little bit of time, but you do find a singular darkened acorn.
Main
Oh,
look.
but it has the darkness on it.
It has the
Well, I
darkness.
assumed.
May I see that?
It has seen the darkness.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
I hand it to
see
Cliff.
the darkness.
If we have a means of cleansing it, we could always try replanting a tree here.
I'd like to try something. And I outstretch my hand.
Oh, I handed it to you, I said.
Oh, okay. And then I receive the acorn. And then I stake my trident down into the ground, and I place down my shield, and I cup the acorn in my hands and hold it up to the trident, and from the chain on the trident and to my cupped hands, a little like static lightning buzz takes place as I cast Dispel Evil and Good, which is
No, we wanted to keep the good.
yeah, I'm dispelling evil.
Oh. I thought that spell got rid of both.
No, it's just one, right?
The
I
spell
thought it was
itself reads, shimmering energy surrounds and protects you from fae, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. For the duration, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead had disadvantage against rolls against you.
Look at the break enchantment one.
Break enchantment. As your action, you touch a creature you can reach that is charmed, frightened, or possessed by celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead. The creature you touch is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed.
This is the spell I use to disengage my soul from Umberly or disconnect it. So I figured if there's a way to disconnect a creature from this evil curse, it would be this spell. And I destroyed the crystals so they can't, take advantage of this acorn anymore. We can purify it and replant it and start the garden anew. Does it work?
You're attempting to break enchantment on the acorn?
The evil, only the evil aspect.
I think it's just all aspects.
No, it's just the evil. Otherwise, the spell would have like completely annihilated me when I used it to cleanse myself.
Cliff, you reach your hand out with the acorn and grasp. And you channel that energy within yourself, the same that you used before, to free you from your own bonds. And there's a faint golden glow from within your hand as it's closed around this, as you focus yourself inward. Eventually, you feel that undead presence from within this room begin to release itself like a black smoke from within your palm. And everyone sees it dissipate into the air around you all. Until eventually you open your hand and you see a green, thriving acorn.
Fuck yes.
Do you mind if I?
Can I inspect it first? What is it? It's just a glowing acorn?
It is a faintly green glowing acorn. It's sizable
Faintly?
too, it like fits within your palm.
Faintly green.
But not the sickly black green. It is like the vibrant verdant green.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if I'm afraid if we plant it here, the rot will take it over.
We could either hold on to it or plant it here, but the evil was dispelled from this area. She said it dissipated.
The
Is
whole
there like
area
a
or just the acorn?
No,
is there
I
like a
I
plant in
explained
there?
that when the tree died.
Oh!
But
Oh, yeah.
you said the evil like dissipated around the area as the acorn was purified, right?
It dissipated from the acorn.
But not from the
I see.
room.
But not from the room.
No, the room is shriveling and
The room is
dying,
still
as the tree
dead.
was the
Okay.
only thing keeping these plants alive.
But is that necrotic presence that we felt earlier? Is that still in the room?
Since I destroyed the crystals.
You still feel it, like, within this temple in general, but within this room specifically, that rot seems to just be dissipating with the collapsing of all the vegetation. Like,
I'm gonna
everything is
use.
just shriveling up now, as it should have long ago.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I hold on to that for now until we find a place to replant it?
It seems most meaningful to you, so sure, but just take good care of it.
As
I
they
wonder if...
transfer it, I'm
I'll
going
be
to
right
use Gift to the Undead Sovereign to just kind of look at the acorn in passing, see if I see anything.
As you're, what, are you guys going forward?
No, I'm just using the Gift to the Undead Sovereign as they have the acorn in their hands. They're talking about it. I just want to see if I see the glow that I did before with the tree.
Okay. That glow you saw before is gone.
Maybe we should plant it in here.
Maybe we should hold on to it. It might be, too important to not keep with us. We don't know what'll happen to it.
It's true,
Here.
yeah.
I mean, we got injured when the thing was glowing. That thing is no longer glowing with the, undead sight. So, I mean, I really don't want to get hit again if something bad happens to it. Let's keep it safe, and worst comes to worst, I don't know. It's from Shantea, so maybe it could be like
Well,
harder to get through another puzzle or something.
wait a minute. I once again forgot we have a master researcher with us on this exact subject.
Oh yeah.
Elias,
No, I keep forgetting.
what do you think about this acorn?
Well, if it originated from the tree, I can only assume it, would be used to duplicate such an artifact for the temple, but only if it's freed from whatever curse has overtaken this entire place.
So we plant it on the way out after we go further in the dungeon, and
It would be
We
good to
hold on
document
to it.
research at least a little longer before
Yeah.
taking such action. And Polias begins to scribble down in his notebook both a drawing of the acorn and notes about this entire room. He's been taking notes the entire time you've been going forward.
you've been very valuable, Elias, on this trip. Thank you.
Well, thank you for rescuing me from my newfound friends.
I really hope he's good and not bad. Secretly.
Well, we're your newfound friends.
Indeed, I appreciate it greatly and hope we can at least do what needs to be done here in order to make it back to the Emerald Enclave. I can only imagine what state it's in since I've been gone.
We're your friends, right? I'd like to roll insight on this.
I would agree. Yes, I find you to be my new friends, and he seems truthful in this.
Nice.
That was really good numbers. You're friends, right? Rolls a 23.
Looks at him very intently.
Do you all
Okay.
continue through the hollowed piece of tree further into the temple?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm also going to ask Polias one more question.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a Lady Thorn?
I can't say I have.
Okay.
Okay. For the next board, I need you all to go to Let's see here. The Seat of Harvest.
A lot of bright color.
Seed of Harvest.
Hmm.
It looks comfortable.
Yes, yes.
You're gonna have to adjust your heights a little bit during this board.
Yeah, I had to.
Because it goes up and down.
Goes up and down.
Well, it starts down and then goes up and then goes back down.
Get knocked down, and I get up again.
There's you, there's
Somehow.
you, there's you. Oh, I just saw the mini for 126.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Yeah.
Ripperoonie
Forgotten.
126. You were a real one.
He was the best friend.
Wait, what about 126?
I just saw, because I have you guys all marked as unique NPCs, so I can just grab your minis easily. And I saw 126 in that category.
Oh.
The best friend we never knew we needed. And the brother numbers always deserved.
Oh.
And
Never
Cliff
forget.
will I think Cliff will remember him, right, Cliff?
That's right. Who saved
Forever.
two?
So, you
Yeah, we
can...
kind of just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Continue.
No, God.
No,
I was I was gonna say something dumb, so just.
No,
keep
just say it. Say it!
Oh boy.
going. I refuse.
Andy, we're not going forward until you say it.
Hold on, I have pizza in my mouth.
Guess what?
Pizza.
I wish I
I
had
was.
pizza.
It's very good. It's a nice Sicilian pizza.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, we did kind of just casually gloss over the fact that dozens of people died there.
More than dozens.
Yep.
Where?
In that
In the
tower.
Tower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
iterations. The other ones.
And each iteration came from pieces of someone else.
Wow.
Why are you making me think about that right now, Andy?
Rip to them, but I was built different. Just kidding, I was built the exact same.
Were you the last one technically, or were there others?
No, 128 was the monstrosity, right?
Yeah, the monstrosity was the last remaining experiment that was currently taking place.
Oh, got it.
Like the
I don't
mega
know.
experiment.
And I have
127 was the
shoulder
last
plates
one.
Of two other ones, but that means there's 123 shoulder plates I have left to collect all over the map.
It's like Lilo and Stitch with the experiments.
Oh gosh.
Stitch was 626, but what happened to the other 625?
They made that show.
They
remember?
did, exactly. I
They
loved
started
that
having
show.
them to manage it.
It's a good one.
That
Yeah,
show
it
was very good.
They had a lot of experiments I really liked. Like Angel.
Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah, the pink one. And then they had that motherfucker that just made sandwiches.
Yeah, 625.
625!
Absolutely goated.
He was probably my favorite. I'm gonna be honest.
I want to make a D&D character inspired by 625 now. Wasn't his name Ruben?
Something like that, I think.
It would make sense for a sandwich maker to be called Reuben.
Grim said the
remember there was
electric
a
one was
game,
their fave. I remember the electric guy.
Yeah,
He
the
had a
electric
movie
guy.
about him. Stitch has a glitch or something like that.
Stitch has a glitch.
Does anyone remember the one game about making a sandwich?
Yes, in the sandwich stacker game.
Thank God. I
Yeah.
loved that game growing up.
Holy
I miss
shit.
when movies used to have like are the little video games or something to accompany them as part of the disc.
Yeah. Alright, I got derailed. You all continue through the winding cavern into the next chamber as you see the vegetation that has begun to shrivel and darken beneath you sprawl out within the last remaining bits of this hallway before, if you all venture ahead, leading up to a staircase that leads you to the heart of this dungeon's temple main worship area. This room is massive, with crumbling stone pillars supporting the high ceiling. And let me raise my elevation so I can show the lovelies. Here we go. At the center of this room is an altar dedicated to Shantae with various offerings that take the shape of various found objects of nature and harvest and crops that have all seemed to be disrupted. There's something strange about this altar. Offerings have been moved aside, and crops have been replaced with piles of bone and sinew.
Oh,
Once pristine carvings of abundant harvests are now marred with blasphemous symbols.
It seems like, just based upon the context of our current dispute, that Merkel's influence has spread to this shrine.
We
Well,
should
surrounding-
What?
Surrounding the shrine are 4 statues of shrine maidens, each holding out an empty basin. And each one has a crumbling but somewhat remaining portrait above it.
oh.
Am I correct to
Maybe the
move
portrait
my mini
Yeah,
to
yeah,
where
you
it
guys
is?
can move up to this table.
Yeah. Yes, please do tell of the portraiture.
The portraiture! You want to know about the portraiture? Each statue with the portraiture above, there are 4. One has imagery of, these are all like old collapsing like oil paintings within beautifully constructed frames that have since fallen apart a bit.
Damn it.
Uh,
This frame's gonna be worth something.
Yeah, frames are fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Never shit on a good frame, y'all.
For real.
One has a symbol of flowing rivers next to a green, like, basin side. One is strong sunlight shining down onto fields below of wheat and hay. One is like almost like a close-up beneath the roots of all of the plants and vegetation. They're like almost like a ground view of crops within a field of corn. And one is a mountainside view with clouds wisping through the sky.
These are pictures, you said?
It pitches.
Okay.
And
Who's
basins
going to
each of them?
touch the frame?
There
and
are
cast
4
Mending?
statues, each holding out a basin, each that are empty, with the
Okay.
portraits above each.
And what's on the table? I assume we have to put an item that's reflective of the picture.
The
in each of
table-
bases.
What I also think
The
is
table is full of old offerings that had once existed. Some are carved, some were fresh, what once were fresh crops. Offerings to Shantae that have been defiled by various piles of bone and like scratched in, like almost with knives, blasphemous symbols.
I'm
Can
going
we-
to.
Can we use mending to undo the scratchings
That's what I'm
and
doing.
see what was written underneath?
that's what I was also wondering.
Roll investigation so you can see what the scratchings are,
Let's.
to try to make sense of them.
I will assist.
I'll cast guidance.
Placid.
And add a D4.
Oh yeah. 24.
24. Easily enough, Cliff, you're able to move pieces aside. Each piece of the symbol seems to be like laying separately upon various objects, but you're able to move everything aside and make a shape of what these symbols seem to connect to underneath on this stone altar. And you see imagery of a skull that is in between a triangle
On which one?
on the entire altar.
Oh,
Isn't that a... Oh, no, that's out of character.
do I recognize the symbol?
Anyone feel free to roll religion.
I'm definitely going to. I know what it
Yeah.
is out of character,
I
but
know.
And it was carved there?
Mm-hmm. Cliff, this is unfamiliar.
Hmm.
You're really only familiar with a couple religious symbology throughout your time.
14 for what's a pretty common god.
Everyone's rolling really low.
I know. Well, I
14?
don't have a big modifier to
19.
anything besides
19.
con.
19. Alvara and Phlox. Phlox, you've seen this symbol before, but you don't necessarily know what god it's associated to. You're not necessarily familiar with a ton of pantheons. But you were told tales of ones especially to stick away from, those that are a threat to the ones you serve.
By the way, is anything ringing up my divine sense
Wasn't
right now?
done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Derek.
Bonk him now.
Someone redeem a bonk, please.
Bonk
And
that
Alvara,
boy.
you recognize throughout your studies through this journey as well, both of you know this to be a symbol of Merkel. Phlox, no.
It was as I
Your
feared.
divine sense is not going off.
That's a symbol of Merkel. This place has been desecrated. She'll come up and just sort of like put a hand gently on the edge of the table, shaking her head.
I'm going to use mending on the portraits and on the scratches themselves.
It's going
Oh,
to take
so
a lot of time, but eventually, if you take enough time, you can begin to start healing away these scratches.
I have mending
also
too.
use
Let's
mending.
make it twice as fast. We have 3 menders here.
3 times as fast.
There we
It's
go.
done in 2 minutes.
Okay.
We're like power washing this place.
Like
Yeah.
Power Wash
Power
Simulator.
washer simulator.
Power wash simulator.
It takes a little bit of time, but you each begin to take on different portions of this structure. Do you also remove any of the bones, or do you leave them?
I remove.
Is anything carved on the bones, or are they arranged in such a way as to be a hint somehow?
They seem like they've just been thrown onto this altar instead, like replacement offerings.
Throwing them off then.
We should put them in the bag of holding so they don't interact with the rest of this building.
Oh,
I don't want to put cursed bones in my bag with all our other cool stuff.
Yeah, what the hell?
Does anyone
Oh.
know of something we can do to...
We could crush them.
well, you leave the bones on the altar for now, but as you begin to heal away that symbol that's on the table, as the last piece has been wiped clean, there's like a gentle puff, almost like a little pulse of energy that comes from the table itself. It seems to be in a bit of a better state than it was before.
Should we get rid of the bones?
It's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Let's
Yeah,
put all the
full face.
bones in like a nice neat pile on the side.
Yeah, on the side. Stack them up like a Jenga tower.
Try making
Stack
a
them up like some
skeleton.
kind of offering.
Okay, you move the bones.
How
We
is
do.
what
Okay.
remains on the table after the bones are gone?
The bones get moved aside into a neat pile. What remains on the table are old carved symbols of Shantea. There's a cornucopia that used to be filled with a bounty, and various baskets that used to be full of fresh produce. But the doorway ahead remains sealed shut.
Do any of the pictures? I think there was one you said had a river and a forest in it. Am I?
One had a river next to what looked to be like a growing, like, crop bed.
Oh, crop bed. What kind of crops were in there?
Various kinds. It's a bit of a zoomed out view, but you can see corn, you can see squash.
So,
I would like to take
The
some
river
of my
is the main
ration-
focus of the painting.
I want to take a guess at this one.
I wanted to take out some of my rations, that include freshly picked berries and a few other things, and I wanted to start putting those in various locations.
Okay, and Cliff, what would you like to do?
Well, I would want to propose the following: that certain specific things go in each of these offering things. So I've written down here the 4 paintings. One of them is of the riverside. That one you probably put water in the bowl, The next one is of fields of wheat. If there's wheat, we should put that in the bowl. The next one is fields of corn. Maybe there's corn around here, but the last one is clouds. So I don't know what that would be.
I
Am I
can
on the right
re-explain
track?
the paintings if you want.
Oh,
Please do. Please
yeah.
do.
There's a painting of a large river that sweeps through with crop beds to either side of it, the river being the main focus. There is one painting where the sunlight is bright above, shining down vibrantly onto fields of wheat. There is one that is lower in the earth, highlighting the roots of the plants within a cornfield, mainly like the dirt and the the soil and the rocks and like the base of the plants. And then the last one is a mountainside with long wisping clouds. It's like a shot of like a peak in the sky.
Is it possible that we have to focus on the elements in each one? This one seems like it's primarily focused on water. The sun could be a symbol for fire.
Ooh.
This one over here looks like it could be the earth and the roots growing in it, and then this one has mountains in it, but it seems to be primarily focusing on the air and the currents of the air.
That's a great guess. But now, what do we offer in terms of that? Water for the water one, probably.
Can
That
we
one's
try the
decent enough.
tinderbox on the fire? Or the sun?
You could try that. I'm gonna pour some of my water skin into the water one.
Okay. And as you do, you see the eyes of the maiden holding the basin give off a faint green glow.
A sickly green glow or a nice green glow?
A nice green glow.
Oh.
I'll use the tinderbox on the sun one.
You attempt to light a spark in it?
Yes.
Are you putting anything in it to alight?
Yeah. I'll put my torch.
Okay. You place a lit torch, and the eyes again glow green.
Is there a pile of dirt on the table?
No.
Looking through the the cave, do I see anywhere where I can find like mud or like silt or just
What about a root
of the dirt?
vegetable?
No,
Is there a root
not
vegetable
really.
on the table?
There are a lot of old, decrepit, what used to be vegetables.
Any root vegetables?
Some.
Okay. I have
anyone-
a disgusting idea.
Does anyone have create food and water by any chance?
We've been traveling for a very long time. Do we have enough accumulative dirt on ourselves?
No.
I mean, it's disgusting, but it's an idea.
Nasty.
I go up to the air one and I start going like.
Nothing seems to happen at this.
What
I'm
if I
gonna
cast
cast
gust of wind?
I was about to say I was gonna cast gust at it.
You cast gust, and the eyes begin to alight as that gust seems to be captured within the basin, swirling around in like a little air pocket.
We were just in a room that was growing grass. Could we tell if there was like a soil under us, or if it was just kind of like a mossy carpet?
Mossy carpet.
Okay. Still would be a little bit of dirt in there. Right, DM?
What about rocks?
You want
There's
to go
gotta be a-
back and look?
What
Yeah,
about a rock?
we could put a rock in there.
Put a rock.
Is there a rock around here?
Like a rock.
There are lots of rocks.
I picked one up and I put it in the.
Make sure it's not a cursed rock.
Well,
You did not check
I-
if the rock was cursed.
I'm hoping it's just like a
It
slightly
was.
like a normal rock that I wouldn't just pick up a random rock. Be like just a normal rock, an unaffected rock. You know.
Does it
You
accept
place the rock in. Nothing happens.
This.
Shantae was about fomenting growth and encouraging that. I don't know if she would settle for rocks over soil.
Well,
Elias speaks up
Rockstar.
and says, if I may, each of these seems to be symbolic of what goes into a good harvest. I believe some efficient soil might be needed.
Of our nods.
I
I'm gonna
do
look
have-
at.
I have a spell that might help, but it's a pretty high level spell, and I'd like to save it if I can. If we can find another solution first, I would appreciate that.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I have a spell that can turn a large area of rock and stone into mud and dirt. But I'm also concerned about collapsing the cave on top of us.
Wait. When I hit the thing with the fireball, do you think that could have knocked some, I don't know, stuff off?
Dirt loose.
I mean, I hit it with a pretty powerful blast. The entire thing shook.
Wait a minute.
Do you,
What if we made bone meal out of the bones?
That's what I was gonna suggest. Is maybe take some bone, take some of this, some of the old offerings, grind it up into a really nice like compost.
It's like
and then-
compost,
fertilizer,
yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
Good idea.
clever.
An interesting concept. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try as long as these bones aren't, well, affected.
First. So you want to volunteer a pure bone?
You
I
said,
mean-
you said, divine sense didn't go off, right?
Not
I
yet.
was told that. Not yet.
Well,
I'm
'cause
gonna use
I know
a spare- Oh, yeah.
I know divine sense also senses whether things have been consecrated or desecrated.
Oh, these bones have been desecrated.
Okay, good to know.
Whatever it is. Flox would say as much.
If we use the Vision of the Undead Sovereign, do they look glowy?
They do look glowy.
What about
Okay.
the vegetables?
They do not.
Hey,
we could
could
crush
make
up the
someone
vegetables.
get some bone dice?
The old vegetables can be compost. Just crush them up.
That should work.
Or not. We won't know until we try.
So I guess I gather a basket of old vegetables and I start crushing them with the butt of my trident, like a pestle and mortar.
I have a mortar and pestle.
I have a mortar and
Yeah.
pestle too, so I'll help with that process because I have a healer's kit. Or herbalist kit, sorry.
Okay, you guys can work together to grind up some of this old vegetation into compost.
Yeah, let's try that.
Throw it in the bowl.
You throw it in the bowl.
Well, the compost is not glowy or evil, right?
You throw the
Did I do
compost in the
that?
bowl.
Like the bones.
Yeah,
The DM's
throw
trying
the
to punk us
compost in the
out.
bowl.
Just put it in the bowl.
we put
Yeah.
the compost in the bowl.
You put the compost in the bowl
The bowl is in the
using your
compost.
contraption.
We do use a contraption.
And the final eyes of this maiden glow green as the doors begin to swing open towards the end.
You guys are so smart.
That was a good puzzle.
DM, you might not be able to tell us this, but was that the intended solution, or did you intend something else and we just happened to stumble upon something that also worked?
There are a couple acceptable answers for that one, because soil is pretty subjective. And you are right, compost does make for good harvest. It's important. It counts.
What about
If you use those bones, it's a different story. And I will not
What
be
would've
telling you yet what would have happened if you did this room wrong. Or what would have happened if you didn't consecrate this table.
Can I roll perception on the rest of the room to see if there's anything else that we might be missing before we move on?
Sure.
And I'm also gonna guide.
Hey, Rex with the posture check. Rex, why are you awake?
Rex, it's good to see you.
Hi, Rex. Thank you for the hydrant,
Hi,
Sippy.
Rick.
going on, Rex?
Why are you awake, me boy?
Go away.
Rex boy, me
Speaking of
bob.
hydrate, 34.
With a 34? Mina, you can see down a few ways. This room does branch off a few directions, and it looks like these, where they branch off, used to be what remains of, like, old, like, sleeping grounds for whoever inhabited this temple. The saints of the temple, any that needed sanctuary. It's 5 a.m., Rex!
No, you poor guy.
Rex, why are you-
Rex!
No one's sleeping.
Rex,
Or
Good
are you getting an
day.
early start on the day?
Could be starting your day early.
Oh.
You get to wake
Rex,
up
have
to a
you
group.
slept?
Wow.
Oh, you woke up. Okay. Whew.
We love you, Rex.
Very much.
As
Listen,
long as
just
you're
because-
okay.
Listen, Mariah, just because our friend group will stay up until the sun rises, does not mean everyone does that.
True,
You
it's
shouldn't
true.
do that.
You should not do that.
But it's so satisfying.
No, it's not.
It is satisfying, and I'm glad Rex is happy.
Hi, the Aztec.
Uh,
I'm glad you're done with your dishes.
I asked.
If I fly down there, do I happen to see anything of interest?
There
or
seems
is
to
it
be
just
nothing left here.
Here. Keyword.
Gotcha.
Then let's press on.
I'm not seeing much else here. I think we just have to continue.
Okay. You continue forward?
Yeah, okay.
That sounds concerning. Maybe we don't want to now.
Yeah, I don't want to anymore. DM
Alright.
made you question my decision.
If you are going forward, please go to Catacombs of the Fallen.
We're not. We're not.
Okay. Do you mean the faithful?
Faithful?
The
Oh
faithful.
yeah, the Faithful.
She's like, it's gonna be the
Guessing there's a
fallen
vampire.
because you guys fucked up the puzzle.
Oh.
It's incomplete.
At the end of the session, I'll tell you guys what would have happened if you failed each of those puzzles.
Thank you, Winter. Very
Thank you,
kind.
Winter.
So you know what would have happened.
We kind of did fuck up the tree.
So you only really fucked up one of them so far.
But that
Yeah,
still might
that's-
be.
I don't know what the fuck.
Salvageable.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were supposed to do about that tree.
Also, in fairness, the tree struck first. In
that's
fairness.
true.
I struck her.
He
You all
tried
saw
to
it.
kill Mina and me.
He was reaching for something.
Mina and I.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was reaching to drag us into the dirt so we could rot.
You all
Or maybe
continue
would've been-
forward. Behind the main altar, you find a set of hidden steps through this doorway that lead down into what looks like catacombs, where previous priests and druids of Shantae have been laid to rest. This area and the air within is unnervingly still, and the air is cold. And as you enter, Phlox, you do get a deep sense of undeath within here.
Yeah.
Many
I
of the
think we're gonna-
tombs themselves have been desecrated.
He communicates that to the party.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. What did you say?
He just exactly that.
Well, you were going to say something in character, I thought.
Yeah, he was going to just say that we should be extra careful in this particular room.
Okay.
All right, well, let's walk forth, I suppose.
Do we see anything? Like,
We're gonna roll
can we make perception? Yeah.
As you continue forward, feel free to make perception checks.
All right.
Once again, I will guide.
No dice for
You
me.
know, I'm
18.
just going to stealth.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
$24.
Okay.
31.
Alvara, Cliff, and Mina, as you continue forward, this cavern winds around. And eventually, as you go further into these catacombs, you do see what you think are faint traces of figures sinking into the walls of stone themselves. Faint, transparent figures.
Ah. I would like to activate my eyes of the Undead Sovereign.
Okay.
Are those like
Well,
invisible creatures?
like looking to see if I notice any of these strange figures still.
You see many glowing figures around you ahead.
What do they look like, DM?
They look like what would be just figures of shrine maidens.
Oh,
And watchers of
guys,
this temple.
uh, it looks like the spirits or guardians of this temple are still trapped here.
Oh, great. We got
As I let
ghosts.
the undead
Uh,
tavern bit thing fall
get.
from my eyes.
Should we
Uh,
take the acorn out?
I don't know if that would
We're
be
gonna
helpful
do.
right now.
It's an
And
offering.
We should probably keep it safe. We
yeah,
don't know what
I'm
these
concerned
spirits'
about them
intentions are.
making it worse. But
Maybe.
you're the resident spirit expert. Do you know how we can handle them?
Uh,
As the
okay.
one who usually deals with spirits,
Give me a minute.
we can only include
Humi's
the
going.
acorn in your plans.
Okay. So Humi's going to sit cross-legged and start taking out their cards as they start pulling out a spread and ask, "Spirits of this cavern, what is it you require?"
You're just
And
sitting on the ground with your tarot cards out?
yep, trying to feel, see what happens.
Do you have your eyes closed or are they open?
I'm going to close them.
You sit with your tarot cards out, shuffling them within your hand, trying to make contact with the spirits that remain here deep within this catacomb. And eventually you feel a presence standing directly in front of you.
Humi's heart is starting to race slightly as they're going to open their eyes and draw a card.
All of you actually can see this. There is a spirit standing directly in front of you, Humi.
Hello.
She is wearing fine adornments, almost a veil covering the top of her head, as her hands are clasped in front of her. She has a calm look on her face. She looks a little different from the other spirits that are wandering the room. And she just looks at you
Greetings.
solemnly.
We are here to help restore this temple of Shantea, but we do not know what afflicts it. What do you require of us?
She looks to you for a moment before saying, "Help. We are far too late for help." No. It was lost long ago.
Shantea is of life, and things that are lost can sometimes be found again. We were able to recover an acorn from the tree of Shantea. We want to plant it and help things grow again. Surely there must be a way to help you.
She lowers her head for a moment before responding, "No. Merkel ruined this temple long ago. Until the Guardian is removed, there is no help. But maybe," and then she lifts her eyes up and looks to you, Humi, and says, "You can help the others move on at least. I cannot yet." Each of their tombs has been desecrated, and they wander, hurt, unable to leave. She holds her hands out empty, and she says, "My last remaining symbol as head priestess is gone, taken into the pit of the Guardian. Please, bring it back, and
It
I may
wouldn't
move on."
Oh. Is this guardian perhaps a dragon?
What once was, though now without its mind. It guards aimlessly, not knowing who or what it guards from.
Okay. Okay. And, may I have your name?
She looks to you, her eyes fading a bit. You can almost swear she narrows her eyes at you. And she goes, "Help me, and this you may uncover."
Okay. Thank you for your guidance, wise spirit. We will do our best to defeat the guardian and to lift the curse that plagues these guardians. Or these... No, these... What are they called? Fuck. These protectors of the temple.
We were once her faithful, keeping a hold of this temple. But that was many, many years ago. Help me, and we may all rest.
Where there is once life, there could be life again. We will do as you ask.
She nods to you, and she looks up to the rest of you, each giving you a long gaze, before she gracefully takes her steps, and she walks back towards the back of the cavern, almost as if beckoning you to follow her.
Oh,
Uh,
maybe she's gonna show us how to get to the other room.
Um, excuse, do you mind if I ask a question?
She doesn't answer you, but you feel as if she's aware of you, listening.
In some of the past chambers, there was a means to cleanse them before progressing forward. Is there a way to do that here?
As she progresses further into the cavern, you do see more and more spirits begin to emerge, lost souls, wearing tattered and torn adornments, wandering in pain in these halls.
Well, that's sad.
And at this, she nods, Mina, still looking ahead. And eventually she makes her way up the stone stairs, while saying, "They left many behind. There are symbols all around, stopping them from moving forward. It plagues us all, and this very cavern." Before then, she approaches this center, what's the word for these again?
altar, pedestal,
Stalagmite?
It's like a coffin, but like an above-ground coffin. What's the word for those?
sarcophagus, tomb,
I don't think
Mausoleum?
sarcophagus is
Yeah,
the
mausoleum.
word.
mausoleum.
Well,
I thought a
but that's
mausoleum
usually,
was a
like,
building that had a
I
coffin
think
in
it's
it.
I think it's a
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think sarcophagi is the closest, like, to it, but
Well, she approaches this coffin that seems to be finely adorned,
a cast.
with some remaining foliage before she herself seems to disappear inside of it.
Oh.
And she is gone before you.
Okay.
can I roll perception in this area?
You may.
Specifically, if possible, I would like to look for any symbols of what's his name? The enemy of Shantae.
Merkel.
Merkel, that's the word I was looking
Yeah, and I want to rub away any curses with mending as I walk
for.
along.
Same.
Same.
If I
And
see a
Madonna
crystal
also.
along the way, I'm gonna smash it.
Everyone roll
Also-
investigation.
Can I also roll insight to see if she was telling the
Oh,
truth?
flogs.
Lol.
Yeah, you can roll insight. Umi with a flaccid 20. She seemed to be truthful.
With you.
Okay.
You feel eyes upon you all from the various spirits wandering around as they look to you. And Umi, Alvara, and Mina, each of you find 3 significant other tombs with desecrated imagery of the cult of Merkel upon them. Trap, listen, it's happened since session 1. Andy's the one that started it. It's a thing now.
We have been cursed. However, it will require at least a wish spell to get rid of it.
That was his rules.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we're kind of stuck with it. Until one of us gets to level 20. In real life.
In real life, oh god. You find, the 3 tombs that have the symbology carved within them on their surface.
Yes, Aztec.
With
I do my best to scrub away from one of the tombs all the symbology.
mending?
Same.
Yes.
Okay. You 2 do that, and each one that you remove the symbology from has that same effect as the altar before. That little puff of positive green energy. And you see a few of the spirits within the room dissipated this.
I'll be doing that as well. Just mending and smashing crystals.
Alvaro found the last one, but they didn't say anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it forward and indicate it to the rest of the party what's sort of happening here with the desecrated tube. I think I wanna. Can I study it a little more
Yeah, you can.
and just see like if this is like I guess what I want to see is if this is just like sort of like not like quite graffiti, but just like like a marking, or if it has a little more like deeper.
Like if it's just
significance.
like a marking for the sake of putting it there, or if it like is actually like a ritual piece.
Yeah, or if or like has some sort of magical ward attached to it or something like that.
Yeah,
Can I
roll
roll, like,
Arcana.
Arcana for that. I almost want to burn detect magic, but I kind of want to save the spells just in case.
You
That's
could ritual cast it.
I'm
right?
rolling 14, it's a lot. Oh, I might be able to actually.
With a 14, you do feel like a faint bit of magic coming off of these symbols. They do seem like at the very least they serve some kind of purpose, though what purpose you're not entirely sure.
I'm gonna relay that information to the rest of the party. I'm not sure we should just dive right in on this one.
I
Perhaps we
mean,
should look around a little more.
that Guardian's gonna be a big fight. Does anyone know any songs of Shantae? Or
Do we have anything like... Oh, can I cast, I do have a spell that could work.
I mean, you could always make one up.
I can make one up.
So for this ward that's on the... Out of character, I could use Dispel Magic on one of these and see what happens, but I can only do it on one of these.
Well, to be fair, they've already gotten rid of the other 2.
Oh, they smashed them?
They'd used mending.
Mending works?
They did the same thing that they
Yeah,
did to the
of course.
altar.
Where were you when they were doing that?
Zoned out.
That's fair.
My head's not all here today. I mean, if you can just use mending, I'll just beckon numbers over to help out.
Numbers is dead.
Cliff, motherfucker, Cliff.
Yeah, I'm
Numbers
helping
is dead.
Numbers is
asking
You know,
dead.
having seen now that the others simply use mending, I'll wave over my friend Cliff.
out. Thanks.
Say perhaps this should just be mended as well. But you said I'm detecting like a magical energy too, almost.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know if mending would
Hi,
be
Greta.
enough for that. I'm
Hi,
just
Greta.
thinking. Hi, Gruta.
Seems to
I'm
be
just
working.
I'm just thinking out loud here. Like, are we actually like resolving the issue, or are we just getting rid of the surface? Like basically like. Is this a bullet wound, or we're putting a band-aid over it, or
Well,
are we like, actually solving
I
it?
think killing the actual guardian will be closer to actually solving the deeper rooted issues here.
Sure,
Either-
but for this room, like, are we doing enough? Is I guess what I'm asking.
I mean, we had the puff of green that like was good, so I'm assuming that's it.
You got the puff of green, all right.
Yeah, that sounds like we're getting a little toasty.
Certified, mean a moment.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So
I'm fine with just mending and moving on, but I'm a little worried that we might be
there's still-
leaving the shrine maidens dry.
okay,
Yeah, there's still a lot of like spirits around. Or
There's
are they
not as many after you got rid of the other two, but there's just a few left.
I used the spirit of the I'm sorry, the sight of the undead sovereign.
How many times can you use that? It's as much as your proficiency bonus.
My proficiency, you say? Haha. I have proficiency that is equal to 4.
So you can use it one more time.
Yes. So do I start seeing the ghosts go away as I
You
use
do, like their
mending on
whole
this last
symbols,
one?
like their whole figures just seem to fade. There's a few that remain, and you still see the figure of the one within her own tomb, like the head priestess,
Okay.
who did tell you that she was missing something specific.
Yeah, but it's in there with the guardian.
Let's just
Collect.
help the other spirits and then go to the guardian to help her.
Okay.
I say with my southern accent.
You just speak that as Mariah. Aurora, what happened to your? Never mind.
I had a seizure.
Oh
Fine.
my
Lord.
god.
Oh my goodness.
We're not doing that, bud.
I'm okay now, don't worry.
All right. I think we have 2 ways of doing this. I think we could probably just steal what we need and bring it back here and not have to fight a dragon.
I think we should fight the dragon regardless.
the
We're
dragon
not even
is-
necessarily fight it. We can maybe talk him down. Or
Yeah,
otherwise
weren't you the
keep-
one
This thing sounds
praising
crazy.
purity before?
Yeah, that's what we should do.
I mean, yeah, but that's a dragon and okay.
I mean, even an archfey wasn't willing to enter this tomb.
If
Well-
I get the item, because I'm decently stealthy, and we could do a bunch of other things to make me even stealthier, I might be able to just slip in unnoticed, get the item for this priestess, and then be able to cleanse this room.
Well, I don't think that's solving the problem, homie.
Yeah,
I
you
also-
might be able to go in there and die by yourself.
Yeah, if you do get caught, what are we supposed to do?
Oh, okay. I guess
I
we could fight
appreciate-
the dragon.
I appreciate approaching this from multiple angles, but it did sound like the Shrine Maiden was saying that unless we defeat the dragon, this place will not be cleansed.
I agree,
And
and
we
I'm
might
not
not-
just saying that because I want to fight the dragon. Calvin, do you hear that? There is a dragon here.
Oh my
What
god.
dragon? Is it an evil dragon?
That's what it
We also
sounds
don't
like.
necessarily need to kill.
Yes.
We don't necessarily need to kill the dragon. If we could subdue it and then maybe help to cleanse it the same way we've cleansed everything else.
It seems crazed. I think if we just, like, take care of enough of the markings, I think we could just slide past this one. I don't think we need to kill a whole dragon, guys.
Can I also just say the same way we cleansed everything else, pants to the dead tree?
The
Yeah,
one fuck.
I know we got the acorn, but like...
I mean, I
Cleanse its
think we should
steel.
try to not kill the dragon.
I'm just gonna
'Cause
throw this out there.
Shantae,
Yeah, keep going. Finish your sentence and then I have something important because we have to end here in a minute.
Yes,
Shantae
indeed.
is a good force, no? So would
Yeah.
it reason that this is probably like a good dragon that's gone crazy?
Probably.
My
Wouldn't it
concern
be
is it was
bad to
Cleanse
kill it,
corrupted
Yes,
by some sort
agree.
of dark magic like the rest of this place.
right?
Well, if we can
So
expel that magic, then great. But what if we can't?
that's what
Can
I'm
we-
saying. Let's just try. I'll sneak in. Worst comes to worst, I dimension door out, and maybe you don't have to kill a dragon. I like this plan.
What if her holy symbol is on the dragon? What if he has it right, at his claw tips? What if he's wearing it around his damn neck for?
I'm also throwing this out there
Shantae's
that
sake.
this priestess gave no indication that giving her back her symbol would cleanse this entire temple.
Yeah, I thought they had
Okay.
said that they needed
Yeah.
to kill the guardian to cleanse the temple. I thought that's what was said.
Get rid of, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
if this
get
is
rid
killed
of.
specifically.
I mean, it's possible that this is just
She
corrupted like
said
everything
to,
else
like,
here.
To get getting rid of the guardian is the only way that she's gonna to be able to get her symbol back.
There's
or
gotta
something
be
like
a
that.
there's gotta be a non-lethal way of doing that.
To get rid of a temple guardian, that's a pretty big ask.
But we have plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, we got time to think about it. Now that we're
We kind of
hitting
have
this
to end
thing.
session. I just want to ask really quick before we do, are you guys getting rid of that last symbol or no?
Yeah, we mended it, I think, right?
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Cliff mended it. Yeah.
Cliff, as you mend it, Umi, within your sight, you do see the last couple of spirits lingering dissipate with that last puff of green smoke.
Okay, good.
Okay. Good.
And with that, you hear a deep onset kind of groaning coming from within the next chamber that leads on ahead through a couple of sealed doors. A deep rumbling voice that sounds like it's laying in agony.
Ooh.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Who dares
Oh.
disturb my slumber?
The Cave of Wonders.
The fucking from Aladdin.
Alright, good session, guys. You guys did good with the puzzles.
Yeah.
Good job.
Not so much
Thanks.
with the second one.
That's so
What
much
would've
the
happened?
tree, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, listen, we got 3 out of 4 of them. Or
Yeah, I
2
mean,
out
that
of 4 of them.
counts. Counts
What
for
would have
something.
happened in all the dungeon rooms if we had played it different?
God, mending is clutch.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Let me pull up my document. I
If it was
closed it because we
something
were
like
ending.
just taking out the writing on the tree to get rid of it, that would have been
Well, as soon as we approached it, it attacked us, so we wouldn't have even been able to.
Yeah, but then when we killed it,
You could have
there's
still
no writing
cleansed the
left.
tree without decimating it.
That's true, but once we were attacked, I don't think anybody was anybody really knew.
You
And
could have thought
wasn't
about it.
Cliff's- It wasn't Cliff's turn yet.
Listen, we don't think we do.
We axed. Our friend was in
But
danger.
we didn't even look at it. Like there were words coming off of it, and we didn't even.
Well, they
read
went
them.
to study the
Nope.
words and they got
We
got
did,
attacked.
yeah. We went to study the words, and then the branches started to pull us down, so we
We got
couldn't really look at
grabbed.
them while we were getting pulled into the earth.
It's like while you're getting ripped into the earth. What does that say? It's,
Like, it's not something that Mina and I could have done.
All
it's
I'm
a
saying
street
is Cliff
parking
had
on
a
Sunday.
Cliff had a good idea. That's all I'll say.
He did, but
I like the idea. But
No buts.
we
You all
could
chose to
not-
find it.
Based
that
on
we
what
could
happened,
not have
I
been
understand how
able
the
to
party.
read that. Mina wasn't even able to, with her perception, get a proper look before we started getting pulled down.
Hi, Oni T. We're
How
just
the heck
about
were we
to
supposed to
end.
get a good look after that?
Hi,
You could have if you
Hello.
tried.
It's so good to
But
see
you
you
didn't.
again.
Yeah, it's been a long time. How you doing?
It's been 84 years. So what would have happened if you failed the first one with the door is those vines that were in the ground, those were corpse flowers. They would have popped out. Another combat. That was a tree blight in the second room. If you guys
know
fucked up the third room, you would have awakened some whites
Ooh.
that would have come forward. And if you guys didn't cleanse anything here within this fourth room, all of these ghosts would have turned and attacked.
Oh.
Even the one woman.
No, the priestess wouldn't, but the rest of the souls in here would have.
And so with the tree, when Mina and I were getting pulled down, you're saying that we would have been able to then read what was being covered up.
Yes, because literally all you had to do was attack the vines on your feet.
I was just trying to pull her out of it.
It
I
was
didn't
such
attack
a
anything.
it was such an easy check to just attack the roots that had grabbed you.
Well, I did tell Avara to attack the roots, and she did not. And I said, I guess we'll never know.
ODT, thank you so much for the hydrate, Sippy.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
we're
good.
not. Let's not finger point. Yeah,
Oh, I couldn't do anything. I was grappled.
it was a messy situation. Combat started and we reacted. I don't think there's anything wrong with what we did.
No,
It could have been
exactly.
better, but
And you know what? You still found a way to make it right in the end.
Yeah. Acorn.
You got an acorn.
So, how about the round
Wow.
table?
Yeah, let's do a round table. Let's start with Phlox.
It's definitely going to be an Alvara week for me, I think, for being amongst the most active forces in the pragmatic problem-solving table, and getting a beat on some of them before some others, and also just for being cautious and keep head on a swivel. This was a shining week. Bro is the thinker.
I thought you said stinker for a second.
Well, that's it.
Bro's the
Close
stinker.
enough.
Nice.
Alright, Alvara.
Thank you for that, but I actually think Steve and numbers, or not numbers, fuck numbers, fuck Cliff, fuck numbers. I hate
the
math.
bar.
I hate math. I actually think Cliff and Mina were actually two of the better puzzle solvers today. It's kind of tough between the two, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Mina just because of I think the Gus thing was really good. I think you were on top of a lot of the puzzle stuff. I think the Misty Step was like a nice little escape move too. So there's some cool stuff, but definitely Cliff, honorable mention. I think you both did a really good job today.
Nice.
Alright, Aurora.
Honorable mentions to Mina and Cliff, definitely, for their insightfulness and just really being on top of like trying to figure everything out. But I think I am going to give it to Humi for their conversation with the spirit, because I thought it was really cool, and I think that it was extremely helpful that we did it sort of like, or he did that immediately, because we got sort of the answers that we needed in order to complete the last piece of the puzzle, which is in the room, after this one. Like, it was good insight, that's like, okay, now we know what we're looking for. Like, we know how to help the spirits here now, and we know how to help her. We know what to look for in there to get what we need, to continue to help restore this place. So I think it's good that we're going in like with some knowledge rather than going in like not knowing anything. Kind of like with the other rooms, we just went in guessing.
Alright, Humi.
Thank you. I'm going to give it to people did good this session. I liked Mina's Misty Step. I liked how Cliff took charge. And I also like how Alvaro was quick to fire to defend a friend. Admire that. I think I'm gonna go with Cliff on this one.
All right, Mina.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to give it honorable mention to everyone, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to Phlox this time for just walking up and annihilating a tree.
Yeah, true.
Look, man, press red, get dead. That's
Exactly.
My,
I mean,
it's my whole approach.
What are you, a Buster
just-
build?
Probably.
He's a Buster Brown.
That's the vibes I get from Phlox. But yeah, you were like a woodsman just chopping down trees.
Oh, he's the
Thank you.
woodsman with the lantern.
Also, Divine Sense was helpful for once. Gotta love that.
True. Cliff.
This is tough. Everyone does deserve an honorable mention. But all the nice things that were said about Mina were the most true. I'm gonna give it to Mina.
Okay. And I think that means it's gonna go to Mina because you guys almost all voted for different people.
Yeah, Mina takes it 2 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Is that what I
Alright.
mean?
Very spread.
Congrats, Mina. So you guys can't do the thing anymore where you all vote for like one person. So
I know. I
everyone
was
gets
gonna
it.
say Cliff, vote for Aurora, and then we all fucking get it.
No, that doesn't work that way anymore.
It would have this one time. You would have let it slide though.
How do you know that?
Because we're going in for a big boss fight and we're gonna need it.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of nervous for you guys. I'm
Just
I
just
am
give us
too.
all inspiration.
Let's change your vote. Change your vote.
the community inspiration poll has been posted. I accidentally just muted myself.
Chat,
Don't
everybody
vote for the
vote for
dragon.
everybody equally.
Chat, you have the power in your hands to determine who is getting community inspiration for the coming session. And thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. We went on a little longer tonight. We do not have any Curse of Strahd this coming Thursday, for we will all be away. However, we will have a movie night in the Discord on Wednesday, which a poll is up for that now as well, so feel free to take a look. I think
Make
right
sure
now
you
Monster
vote.
House is winning.
Monster House!
I think Monster House is
It's been a
winning.
long time since I've seen Monster
But that
House. I'm
could
pretty
change
excited.
in the coming days.
I know it's been a
True,
long
it's
time since I've seen Monster House
and then
too.
it is Hereditary, and then it's Hocus Pocus and Coraline after that.
Monster House, Monster House.
Sweep.
No, second
No,
is
the
Adam's Family.
Adam's Family, which I do also
Oh.
really love.
Which one
Monster
of you
House and Adam's
bastards-
Family are tied now.
Which one of you
Whoa.
bastards voted for the Adams Family?
Adam's Family,
Dude.
they were great.
We got a
Both of
slugfest right
those
now.
were good movies.
Yeah, but Monster House I haven't seen. I saw the Adams Family like a year or two ago. I want to see Monster House too.
Well, it's not about you, Zach. It's about our followers.
Well, you must have voted for Adams Family.
No
didn't you?
legendary 11th
I
option.
voted for 5 different things.
Oh, Quentin, I'm sorry.
And
It
one of
doesn't
them
let
was
me.
Monster House. And
I'm
one
a
of them
single-
was the Addams Family.
I voted once because I wanted to be fair, and I voted for one thing only. That was fucking Monster House.
I will say you're allowed to vote for as many options as you want.
I voted
Only vote for Monster House. Only Monster.
I voted for Hocus Pocus, Coraline. I voted for Hereditary just to throw in some, something like ooh. And then I voted for Monster House and the Addams Family.
What is Sweeney Todd?
You don't know what
It's a
Sweeney
musical.
Todd is?
Barber
Todd.
of Fleet Street?
Huh?
The musical, the horror
he's-
musical?
He said
He's
it.
the
Ah.
driver that chopped
I'm not a
people
big
up.
musical person, that's why. Okay.
Oh, you would like that one.
Oh, Coraline just got tied for first now as well.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Coraline
Come
is
on,
a good
guys,
one.
Monster
Hold on,
House.
hold on.
let me do
And
it.
we said we would add a scary godmother to the list for Quentin.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
told you I
yes.
couldn't do it because it doesn't let you.
Just make a separate one and just say vote for this if you want Scary Godmother. I will vote for Scary.
Scary Godmother isn't even long enough to make a movie night out of.
Wow,
It's like an
it's-
hour
It is.
long.
Why?
First of all, it's an hour, and second of all, there are two of them. You watch them back to back because it's chronological on the same night.
Ooh, a double feature.
I'm just saying we got a
Anyway.
bunch of stuff tied right now. Lots happening.
I'm
I
just
know.
saying.
Double
Three-way
creature.
tie.
Can you say this?
And Hocus Pocus is after the three-way tie.
I would give it all up for Scary Godmother. I would.
I wouldn't.
God damn.
I'm,
Get rid
I'm
of the
happy.
lowest vote.
I'm happy with a lot of these options. I don't think there's a losing.
Get
one,
rid of the
really.
lowest vote.
This, so
Which one was
lovelies.
right?
This all to
Coraline's pulling
say.
ahead. Coraline's pulling ahead.
This all to say
No.
we're gonna have a movie night on Wednesday. So on Wednesday morning, I'll announce whatever
What is
movie that
going on with
is,
the vote?
and we'll go from
Someone's
there.
messing with Zach with the monster house.
That's really funny.
That might be
Funny.
Quint. I think that's Quint.
We're gonna
Fucking
end
with
now
the-
and give a raid over to our friend that is streaming currently. We're gonna give it to Brogan. Let's go visit Nomads.
Broken.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday for a movie night and then back again Monday to see them face whatever the hell lies ahead.
Oh.
Good night,
Thanks,
lovelies.
everyone. Good night.
Good night,
It's
my
not
Bye.
Zach. Stop lying.
Bye-bye.
Chat.